All right, looks like we're live.
Are we live? All right. All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. All right, sorry, y'all. Had a power outage. Everything went out. So let us know if you can hear us. Give us thumbs up. Thunder, you're frozen. I think Thunder's frozen now.
Am I?
Okay, you're freezing up a little bit.
I hope
All
this
right, there you
works
go.
out.
Okay, there you go. All right, so let's say hi there. Let's see. Yep, drone dates. Jesus Christ.
Dennis, what's happening?
Hello? I'll be right back. Fucking name.
Hey, Holly. Yup. U-turn delivery. Dennis is in the house. Got drone days here. How's everybody doing? Good to see you all. We're going to be getting this thing on the road here. I'm surprised how many of you still support this kook in the White House. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I could go on and on with them. Trump thinks America first is allowing Benjamin Netanyahu to drag us in a war with Iran. That's not America first. You guys kidding me? At least 13 American service members are dead and many more injured. Trump has offered no serious, rational explanation for the war. We're not under attack. There's no imminent threat, no strategy, no articulated goals, no timeline. Recklessly and confusingly, we were given different reasons by Trump, Rubio, and Hegseth. Notice J.D. Vance has been in hiding.
Okay, what the fuck are we talking about?
I was just getting started on the war thing.
Oh, okay.
So last June, Trump said the nuclear program had been totally obliterated. But after bombing Iran, he said we need to eliminate the imminent nuclear threat.
Mm-hmm.
Now Trump's begging our allies to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz. He said,
Okay.
I'll be...
Okay, well, let's do the one thing. The nuclear threat is always going to be there as long as that regime is in power. Just because they still have the capability of making enriched uranium. They still have that capability. And as long as that regime is still in power, that means there's still going to always be a nuclear threat. Just by blowing up their capabilities doesn't mean they're never going to be a nuclear threat again, because as long as that same regime is there, they're going to continue to try to continue to enrich. So unless you remove that regime, you're always going to have that nuclear threat. Yes, it's going to take them a while to rebuild it because we did blow up a lot of their stuff. But at the same time, if the regime is still in place, they're always going to continue to be that nuclear threat.
Okay, the nuclear agreement negotiated by Barack Obama in 2015 made it to where they could no longer enrich uranium any more than 3.6.7%. It takes about 98% of for it to be enriched for war, for a nuclear weapon. So under that nuclear agreement, they could enrich up to 3.67 and up to that far so that they could use it for other things. The goal was extended to a breakout time to produce a bomb a few months to 1 year, giving the world time to react. Okay, now they're under strict inspections, and it wasn't just the United States and Iran that signed that agreement. It was also signed by the United Kingdom, France, Russia, China, and Germany. Russia and China, Iran, the United States, we all signed it, and they agreed to it. Now, had we not exited from that agreement today, right now, they're between 5 and 8 years out from a bomb. They've enriched uranium at this point. They're at 60% enriched. And that's all because in the last 5 years, or even longer. And whenever Trump got out of the agreement about 7 years ago, they waited for 1 year, and then they started enriching again because we had stepped out of the agreement. No more inspections were going on, nothing. And so now, yeah, they're up to 60% from being enriched. They're still 3 to 5, maybe even as far as 9 years away from getting a nuclear weapon. Had we not gotten out of the agreement, they would be closer to 15 years, because we gave the 10 years that they would be behind now that we've given them to enrich because we got out of the agreement. So the agreement was a stupid thing to get out of. Trump says, oh, he can't negotiate. That's what he's going to go to war with Iran because he can't negotiate. Well, he did a negotiation, and he got a nuclear agreement done. And China and Russia, UK, France, Germany, us, and Iran all signed it. It was a good agreement, but nothing that Biden or Obama can do that Trump will go along with. So no matter how good that agreement was, he was going to say it was bad, and then he's going to say Obama can't negotiate. Well, look at who couldn't negotiate. It was the Trump administration who couldn't negotiate halfway through negotiations when Netanyahu saw how good the negotiations were going. Netanyahu got nervous because he wanted to invade, and he saw that, hey, these negotiations are going good. And that's why he went up to Hegseth and Rubio and goes, we're going to invade this weekend. And if you guys are going to want to be in on it on the beginning, or else you're just going to get sucked into it. And he manipulated the United States into joining him into invading.
Okay. What evidence and or proof do you have that Netanyahu went to these people specifically and told them exactly what you just told us? Where's the
Marco
evidence?
Rubio. That was the first story told to us by Marco Rubio. That was the first thing Rubio told us. The reason was he said that in the middle of negotiations, Netanyahu said, I'm going in. And when I go and invade them, they're going to retaliate by hitting the United States and their interests in the region, their bases and places. Then the reason became an imminent threat. Then it was a terrorism. But I think the truth is Netanyahu manipulated him. I think Rubio said the truth at the beginning. But
these are all things that you think. We have no proof.
Rubio said it.
What you think. Okay, Rubio. If I remember correctly, you're taking that out of context, because I remember that press conference that he did, and you're taking it out of. I think you're taking it out of. Go ahead and play it.
Yeah, let me find it real quick. I've got the videos here, so I just have to know which one it is, but I'll find it.
And don't you think it makes sense for Netanyahu, since we are their ally, Israel is our ally, we are their ally, that if they choose to, because Iran constantly chants death to America, death to Israel, don't you think it makes sense for Israel to ask for our help in responding to the threat of Iran? You don't think that's would be normal?
Well, yeah, it's one thing to ask us for our help. It's another thing to say, I'm going to go do it, and if you don't join me, you're going to get sucked in anyway. And yes, asking for our help's fine. That's what we should.
If he asks us to join it, that makes it a joint operation between Israel and the United States, because Israel and the United States are the ones that are constantly being threatened and attacked by Iran in the first place. So why wouldn't the U.S. not accept the joint operation? Because it was clearly made that Israel was targeting the leaders and United States was to target the infrastructure and the rockets and all that other stuff.
All right, look in the private chat. There's a link where you can click on it. And then if you want to review it before you bring it up, you can. You can get to the part where Rubio's talking. Okay, the thing with Netanyahu is, yes, he came to us.
I can't do the links on here. So
it's in the private chat. Now, we should have done the same thing Netanyahu did. When he came to us saying that he wanted to invade, we should have done that with our allies instead of invading and then ask him for help. But Netanyahu didn't come to us asking us for help. He said he was going to do it, according to Marco Rubio. He was going to do it, and we were going to get sucked in, and therefore we needed to just come in on the front with them. I'll find a timestamp for you. Yeah, it's like right away. I mean, just play that video. It tells you right there. It's only 42 seconds, the video. So
let me. Hold on a second. Let me let's see what's going on here. Just having issues with that power.
why don't I like the USA? You know, I just so you know, I'm a veteran, so don't even go there. I love my country. I don't love my government. How's that, John? I've served my country. Are you a veteran by any chance? Or before you accuse me of not liking my country, know who you're talking about. I've served my country. I've taken the oath. Scrimp, I don't know what either one of those are. Anyway, Netanyahu said he was going to, you know, that, and again, here we are. We go in and let me, I mean, it's just insane to me, some of the stuff here. Trump has bragged. I mean, Trump went out literally begging our allies now to help him reopen. They didn't even think to one, before this campaign. I mean, this is so crazy to me. Before the war even started, they never evacuated the region of American citizens. They never thought to fortify the Strait of Hormuz, and they never even thought of reaching out to our allies to build a coalition. They did none of that. They just crazily, they didn't even tell the American people. He had a State of the Union just a few days before, and he mentioned nothing about it in the State of the Union.
All right, I think I'm back. Fuck. I think I'm back. All right. Can you hear me, Thunder?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, I think I'm back. All right, cool. Got it. All right, what were we talking about?
Okay, I was just saying that before the bombing even started, they never thought to evacuate the region of all American citizens that wanted to leave. They never closed our embassies. They never reached out to our allies to build a coalition, and they never thought to fortify the Strait of Hormuz. When Trump was asked about it, he literally said, these are his words, "I didn't think they would do that to the Strait of Hormuz." When he was asked about the bombing of our bases, he goes, "Yeah, I didn't. They could have just yielded. They should. I didn't even think they'd fight back. They should just surrender." He goes, "I was shocked. that they hit our
Well,
bases. I mean,
well,
they weren't
that's
prepared at all.
well that shows the reasoning behind doing what we're doing in the first place, because they're unhinged. We're attacking them. Us in Israel is attacking them. What did they do? They shot missiles at everybody. All their other allies they shot missiles at. Yes,
not
they
true.
did. That is true. What are you talking about? They shot missiles at Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain.
All right, let me finish.
They shot them at everybody.
What I'm talking about. They shot, dude. They shot missiles in Saudi Arabia at our base, at Qatar, at our base. They were hitting our bases.
No, they weren't hitting the bases.
Except for Israel,
they hit major hotels in Dubai.
In Israel.
They were hitting other things.
Israel.
No, they hit major hotels in Dubai and others. They weren't just going at military.
Still, it doesn't matter. They had a right to retaliate.
It doesn't matter. It proves that.
If someone punches you, you punch back.
It proves that they are a threat to everyone in that region. That they attacked all these other fucking countries. The minute we went in and started bombing them, they started shooting missiles at everybody else that had nothing to do with it. Their other allies. Saudi Arabia is their ally. Qatar is their ally. Bahrain is their ally. And they went and started shooting missiles into their country. That shows how off the chain they
are. First of all, you're wrong. The only places they hit civilians, Iran, is in Israel. If they hit any civilians in any of those other countries, it was very sporadic. They were aiming at our bases. That's how we lost 13 military men.
You're not aiming at a base. You're not aiming at a base when you hit a major hotel in Dubai. You're not aiming at a base when you hit a major hotel.
No, you're right. In Qatar too. They were trying to disrupt the Turks.
So you're not aiming at military bases. You're just erratically shooting missiles into these other countries is what you're doing.
All right, so Roy, we go in. What would we do if someone came to our country and invaded our country, flew over with bombs and started dropping bombs on elementary schools, killing 150 schoolgirls in hospitals?
Okay, first of all, that whole school was on a military base in Iran. Okay, it was directly next to. Yes, it was. What? See, this is what I'm talking about. You're being disingenuous. That school was on the military base. That when they hit that military base, and hit that school, because that school was right on the military base. You want me to pull up the picture of where it was located?
Yeah. And while you're pulling it up, I'm going to tell you it used to be 5 years ago. It changed to a school. It used to be part of a plant, but then they changed it to an elementary school.
It is part of the military.
And so it doesn't matter. It was clearly a school. That's not, I know we're in the middle of strategic strikes. Combat operations.
It does matter. It does matter because when you put your military and mix it and use your citizens as shields, there's a high likely that your citizens are going to get killed because your government is using your people as shields. Now you put a school on a military base, and the goal is to eliminate military bases. There's a very high likely chance that school is going to get hit in the process of hitting the military base.
Did you know in Baghdad our troops literally left the bases and went into hotels to hide? Our troops left the bases in Baghdad that were getting hit by missiles and went into hotels. You didn't see Iran hitting those hotels.
Where do you get this information that they were running into hotels and shit? Where do you know that? We gotta do it. So we gotta do it right. You want a debate? You gotta bring the facts. You just can't say they were doing this without any proof.
I'll pull it up for you. Does anyone else in the chat know about that? Our troops going in hotels in Baghdad, or am I the only one who knows about that? I'm going to look it up on the meantime because I know it happened, and I'll find it for you. Here, let me chat GPT. It'll probably be faster. Okay, let me see where I'm at here. Chat GPT, where are you? I had you open here somewhere. Here it is.
Here it is right here. Here it is. The picture is right here. The military base in the school, which is right there, directly on the military base. It's directly on the military base. So yes, if they shoot and hit the military base, chances are they're going to hit the school because they put a school on a military base. That is the school with the red, and that is the military base right here. It's right on the military base.
I'm on a different screen right now. Hang on a second.
Right there. You can see it. Everybody see that?
Let me see. Hang on. I'm coming back. Let me see. Pull it up.
Right there. It's right there on the military base.
I can't see what you've got there now.
Hold on.
Okay, I see the red. Okay, that's better. That's better.
Yeah,
okay, what's that?
At the school, which is right on the military base.
We've got elementary school on our bases too. Are you kidding me?
Hey, look.
How do you think the military? When my father was overseas at an Air Force base overseas, and those parents have children. Some families travel with their fathers overseas, and they live on bases, and they have elementary schools, and they have high schools, and they have roller rinks and theaters. So you don't target those.
They're targeting military bases. Okay, if we're in a war and somebody comes over to the United States and they go to kill Nellis Air Force Base, if there's a school on that base, there's a very good chance that school is going to be hit while they're attacking the military base. They're not going to decide, okay, well, there's schools at these ones. It's a strategic military base. We're just going to skip it. That's not how it works. When you go to bomb the military installations, you bomb the military installations. It's up to them as a country. If they know their citizens are in straight line of fire or their kids, they should evacuate their kids from their military bases.
They didn't know. They didn't know. We didn't even know. We didn't even know. Are you kidding me?
They knew they were getting bombed, bro. No. They know their military shit's getting bombed. That don't mean. What do you mean they didn't know?
Dude, that was the opening bombing when the school was hit on the first day.
It happens. It happens.
It's don't say that time to evacuate.
It's an unfortunate situation, but that's how these regimes are. They put their people right now. They're putting their leaders and shit are inside hospitals because they know hospitals can't be hit. That's how they are. Frank, they use their people as shields. And sometimes, unfortunately, people get hurt in the process. It happens.
Weren't you the one when the war first started who said it's not a war, it's strategic strikes? Strategic strikes. Well, a strategic strike doesn't hit a school. You can literally hit a freaking Volkswagen if you want to hit it. It's that precise these days. They didn't have to hit that school, and it was obviously a school.
It doesn't necessarily
they passed the school thing.
It doesn't matter. Thunder, it doesn't matter. It's on a military base. They're attacking military infrastructure. If it gets hit, it gets hit. Bombs land, bombs explode. They explode, which means you got shrapnel that goes the other way. You got fucking shockwaves. You got shockwaves from bombs that go all over the place, bro. You can't predict that.
Do you believe Iran was an imminent threat to the United States?
Iran has been an imminent threat to the United States since 1979. They've said it over and over. How can President Obama called Iran a threat? Your wannabe president was thinking about being President Harris, called Iran a threat. They've always been a threat to the United States. They're always been a threat. They are an imminent threat when they attack
North Korea's a threat. Russia's a threat. China's a threat. They're all. I mean, anyone we don't like. Cuba.
But Russia and China aren't attacking. Russia and China aren't killing Americans. Iran is.
Really? Tell me about these thousands of Americans that Iran has killed. I hear you guys running around saying they killed thousands of Americans.
When did the Houthis kill all those Americans on the boat in Yemen? Who do the Houthis work? Who do the Houthis work for? The Houthis work for Iran.
They've all been punished for that shit.
But it doesn't matter. You just asked Where are all the
thousands.
people being killed?
The thousands.
So you want me to go through and name every fucking area
There
that Iran
aren't
killed?
thousands. There might be a few hundred. Just I mean, it's and there hasn't been
but that's
anything
not
lately.
the point. It doesn't matter if the point is 500 or
God damn you
5,000.
guys.
The point is they're
God,
out there
you guys
killing
are-
Americans. They are constantly trying to kill Americans, and they're constantly trying to kill Israel's people, just like they did
It's
on
like
October
talking to
7th.
a rock.
Remember when Hamas went into Israel on October 7th and kidnapped all those people and killed them? Yes, they are an imminent threat constantly to Israel and us.
You guys are such pussies. You guys are such fucking pussies. You're so paranoid.
Okay,
Don't think everyone's going to get you.
So
No
I
one's going to
proved my
fucking
point.
get us.
So
They weren't after us. And we've lost fucking
point.
Why is it that all you guys who never served are so quick?
You're doing the progressive liberal thing. You're losing your shit. Why? Because I proved my point that they're an imminent threat. So now we're all pussies.
You're not, though. You're a rock. It's like fucking get it through your head. You don't know what an imminent threat is. An imminent threat means they can attack
us. An imminent threat is when they can attack us at any time and kill our people. And they can do that at any time. They have the technology and the power at any time they want to attack Americans and Israel.
Listen, that means that I'm an imminent threat to my neighbor right now because I can go and stab him.
You are.
Oh my God! So then, anyone in the world is an imminent threat to anyone in the world.
If you're
that's how you guys play games.
If you're
you play these fucking word games. You're so fucking retarded with your fucking word games. Sitting there going, that's stupid as fuck. Is what you're doing. An imminent threat is because they can hurt our people. Anyone can hurt our people in any country in the world.
And they choose not to do that. Why? Because then they have to face what Iran is facing right now.
An imminent threat, dude, is when they can drop a bomb on us in a moment's notice, and they couldn't do that. They don't even have missiles. They don't even have missiles to reach us. They don't have missiles that reach the U.S.
We have assets all throughout that region. They can attack us whenever they want. What are you talking about?
Well, anyone can do. Korea could. Russia could. An imminent threat.
But they don't. That's the point. They don't.
But
Iran is.
Oh, really?
Iran has proven that they
bombing us. Iran's not bombing us. They were minding their own business. They've been pretty good lately. Iran hasn't been fucking with us at all lately.
It does not
matter.
They've been
minding their own business.
They are posing.
There is no imminent threat. You're making shit
one
up.
Of our allies. If they impose an imminent threat to one of us or our allies, and our allies ask for our help, then it's up. We need to go help our allies. That's the point of being an ally.
Really? Then why didn't we go help Ukraine?
How much money did we give Ukraine? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh no. These we didn't give Israel money.
Hang
on. Let me finish. No.
You're talking about all the weapons.
No. You're not willing to send troops to Ukraine, but you're willing to send troops on the first moment's notice for Israel. Bullshit.
Okay. First of all, there's been no plans on sending troops to Israel. That's always been off the table. Second of all,
2,500. There's 2,500 Marines heading over there right now. There's 25 Marines sailing on their way over there right now.
That don't mean they're good. That don't mean they're going to put them on land, does it?
Oh, 2,500 Marines. What do you think they're going to do with them?
So what? They could have them on standby for any reason necessary.
Dude, last June, Trump said the nuclear program was totally obliterated.
But you can't say they're doing something.
Last June, he obliterated the nuclear program. Last June, he obliterated.
And back to the Ukraine. How many billions of dollars have we sent Ukraine? How much firearms and military equipment have we sent to Ukraine to help Ukraine? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about lives. I'm talking about sending our guys over there to do the bombing of Russia. How come we're not doing that? How come we're not just sending Ukraine? I mean, how come we're not just sending Israel money and weapons and intelligence?
Because first of all, Ukraine isn't a NATO ally. Ukraine is not a NATO a member of NATO. So we don't have to physically go over there and help Ukraine. That's not our job. They are not an ally in NATO.
We don't have to help anyone. We don't have to help anyone. We don't have to help anyone. That's why NATO's not helping us.
They're not part of NATO. They aren't part of NATO.
That's why NATO's not helping us because this is a bullshit war. Let me ask you something. Trump boasted that we won the war in the first hour. We won it. The first hour, the war, we've won it. And then he a few minutes later he said that he's not going to leave until the job's finished. Literally in the same news conference, within seconds of each other. He said he won the war, and then he says he's not leaving until the job's finished. He says that there's hardly anything left to bomb. Then in an interview on Fox, he says he's going to bomb Iran again just for fun. Trump said he will end the war when he feels it. He goes, Trump said, he goes, I'll end the war when I feel it. When I feel it in my bones, I can end it anytime I want, and I will when I feel it in my. Captain Bone Spurs is going to end the war when he feels it in his bones. What a poor choice of words. I'll tell you right now, Trump can't end this war. It's not up to him anymore, because this is a whole new generation of jihad that he just created. Things were going good when Barack Obama and all of them had that agreement going. Iran was actually not being so bad lately. I mean, as of late, they haven't done shit to us. You're going back 20, 40, 30 years ago for what shit they've done a long time ago, decades ago, and trying to go to war with them. That shit's over with. We can't. We must go to war with North Korea again for the Korean War, Vietnam again for what all the Americans they killed in Vietnam. I mean, this is stupid how you're arguing this thing.
Well, it is stupid to argue it. We are trying to end a regime that has constantly put us and our other allies in danger, that whole region in danger. Just because Israel, Netanyahu has a big set of nuts and Trump has a big set of nuts to actually go in there and do something and finish what everybody else should have, tried to finish a long time ago. That it's just because Trump is the one that did it. That's the only reason why you guys are angry. Because if Barack Obama did it like he did in Libya, remember, were we this upset when Barack Obama did it in Libya? Were you that upset?
Yeah, I was pissed about that shit. I was pissed about the Iraq.
Why are you pissed off when
I supported Afghanistan.
Okay,
I supported Afghanistan.
Answer me a question. Okay, Afghanistan was even dumber than fucking Libya. No. But why are you so angry when America goes out and tries to help other people? Because it's the Iranian people at the end of the day. The Iranian people will be the winner. The Iranian people will be the winners at the end of the day.
I'll tell you why. Let me answer that question. Because when I was a kid, my father did 2 tours in Vietnam. I remember we only had 3 channels back in those days: CBS, NBC, and ABC. And we would come home from school every night at 5 o'clock and sit in front of the TV when they were covering the Vietnam War, looking for my father in the background. When they were carrying stretchers with the wounded soldiers, we'd be looking at those men to see if one of them was our father. That's what it's like when you're a little kid and your father's over there fighting in wars. So when we go to war, let me finish this. So when we go to war, hang on, when we go to war, huh?
My dad was in Vietnam as well.
So then you probably know the feeling of what it was like. My father did 2 tours there.
Yeah, but I'm never going to talk bad about. I'm not going to talk bad about our military.
All right, so let me finish my thought. So when we go to war, I want it to be sure it's a just war. Now, you said Afghanistan wasn't a good war. They knocked the World Trade Centers down, and Bin Laden and Al Qaeda ran to Afghanistan to hide, and we knew they were there. And then when we started invading, they ran into the mountains of Pakistan, and that's where we ended up getting him. But when we said to Afghanistan, turn him over, and Afghanistan gave us the finger, that's when I supported that war, and that's when George Bush's approval rating went up to 92%, which is unheard of. I didn't even like Bush, but then when he went into Iraq, I jumped off and I was against that because that was an unjust war. They
went to Iraq before they did Afghanistan.
No, they did Afghanistan first.
Oh, they did not. They did Afghanistan first. Iraqi freedom, remember that? That was Iraq. They went and got Saddam.
You're talking about Desert Storm.
They did Saddam before. They went in Iraq and got Saddam before they did anything with Afghanistan.
No.
Yes.
No. Let me first do it. In the 80s, Roy, George Herbert Walker Bush, Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait in the 1980s. George Herbert Walker Bush, the father, went into Kuwait and within 3 days had liberated Kuwait. The Republican Party wanted him to go into Baghdad and take out Saddam Hussein, but he refused to do it because he had approval with the United Nations to liberate Kuwait. And he had a lot of alliance, a lot of coalition. Once he liberated Kuwait, the Republicans wanted him to go, but the United Nations said, no, we're out, and Bush got out of it too. And that's what practically cost him the election. Between that and no new taxes, and Ross Perot cost him the election. So fast forward to the 9/11. 9/11 happens. We invade Afghanistan for that.
I see that.
While we're there, while we were in Afghanistan and had our forces there, we figured we may as well go into Baghdad and go ahead and take care of Iraq too. Okay. And then we went into Baghdad.
Okay. Well, okay. What does that have to do with what's going on? What does that have to do with now?
So I'm just saying, I support wars that are just. I didn't support the Iraq war because weapons of mass destruction is as much bullshit as the imminent threat Iran poses to the United States today, or 3 weeks ago. The Iran posed no threat to the United States a month ago, period. So and they had no imminent threat on us at all. They got up to 60% enriched uranium thanks to Trump getting out of the agreement that Obama created. And the inspections are all over now. They're not doing them. And because of Trump getting out of that, they were able to enrich uranium. They're up to 60%. It has to be 98% before it's ready to be used as a bomb. So they're years away from enriching it enough to even have a bomb. They're still years away.
Okay. So there was
no imminent threat. We're in the middle of negotiations with them when we invaded.
So just because Donald Trump gets out of the agreement, they broke the agreement with everybody at that point, did they not? They didn't just break it. Didn't they break it? Because you said there was other countries that were involved in that agreement, right?
Yeah, no. And when Trump got out of it, actually, the European countries got together and pleaded with Iran to still honor it because they knew that it's now null and void pretty much. But they said because there's an agreement for all these countries. Once one bailed out of it, it was pretty much null and void. So they pleaded with Iran, and Iran stayed with the agreement for 1 year, and then they started enriching again. Had Trump not bailed out of it, they'd only be at 3 or 4% today. Okay. But he gave them that. So that was on Trump that they were enriching.
Oh, no, that's on them. That's on them because they know that if they continue to try to get a nuclear weapon, they've always been warned, if they continue to try to get a nuclear weapon, that they're not going to be allowed to have it. They've always been warned that. So that's on them.
Korea was always warned not to have one either, and they've got, I think, 13 now. We've got thousands. But the reason you can't blame any country for wanting to build one. I mean, look what happens if you don't have it. You get invaded by the United States.
I can understand a country wanting to build one. It's understandable. But when you have an unstable country that's willing to attack other countries, nearby countries, farther away, that are
you mean like the United States?
They're constantly threatening to attack the United States. They're constantly threatening to attack Israel. Yes, then they become a problem. Dude, it's not that.
Do you hear yourself? You're projecting. No. They're threatening to invade people. We're not threatening. Dude, we're not threatening. We are invading people. We've invaded Venezuela. We've invaded Iran. Trump has bombed 8 countries.
We didn't invade Venezuela. We went in and took out
the president. When you drop bombs on the country, you're invading it.
That's not invading them.
It's funny, you'll call it the war on drugs, but you won't call this a war. You guys are so funny. First, it was a strategic strike. Then it was combat operations. Now it's an excursion. Just say it. It's a fucking war, dude.
Okay, I haven't said nothing about it.
I want to ask you a question.
Okay, just because of what they say on TV doesn't apply to me. I said at the beginning when we were talking about it that they were doing strategic strikes, and that's what they were doing. Now, if it escalates into a more war situation, then it becomes a war. But don't sit there and try to throw that on me that I'm not.
Well, Roy, the Republican pundits must have been watching your channel because all that night they were calling them strategic strikes, just like you did. So they must have all been listening to you when they went out and you said, "Hey, that Real Talk with Roy has a good talking point." That's all you said.
When they go in and they're hitting specific targets, those are strategic,
like schools and hospitals.
Strategic strikes. Those
Yeah,
are
like schools
strategic
and
strikes.
hospitals.
When they go into,
Strategic, like schools.
they ain't hitting schools and hospitals. They're
Yes,
not doing
they
that.
are. Yeah,
No,
they
they're
are.
not. No,
Yeah.
they're not.
Okay, let me ask you
How many?
this.
How many hospitals have been bombed in Iran?
At least 3. I don't know how many more.
So you're saying 3
I really
hospitals been
don't.
hit in Iran?
And only 1 school that I know of, and 3 hospitals. That's all I know of. So I don't really know for sure. But still, I mean, I understand that shit's gonna happen. I mean, I know, but it does.
Okay, so you understand that it's going to happen. It's not like they're being targeted.
Hey, how come we have money for? How can we have $1 billion a day for this, but we don't have money for Medicaid for all and college for all? Now, how come you guys are so willing to spend money on wars, but not to feed school kids and school lunches? You're so we don't have money for that. We don't have money for our elderly, our veterans. We don't have money for Medicaid to get people, healthy, health insurance. Where's Trump's health insurance that he had a concept of a plan on? Remember when let's get off the war. Let's talk about the economy now. Remember when Trump promised if elected to a second term, he'd lower prices and inflation on day one? Well, the tariffs didn't work out too well for him, did it? Because all he did was create a trade war. Inflation's up, healthcare's up. The only thing he had going for him were gas prices, and now they're up. Today, gas hit $4 a gallon here, $3.99.9. We were spending about $3.09 a gallon, $3.0999. Now it's gone up 90 cents here. Fortunately, it doesn't hit me that hard, but I know a lot of people it does hit hard. And I notice it. I notice it when I fill up my tank and it costs over close to $80 to fill up. I'm like, damn, probably over $80 when it's empty. MAGA's the freaking. It's just MAGA's just crazy, dude. I mean, this guy, woo. Trump cried like a baby when he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize. Cried like a bitch. Then this World Soccer gives him this FIFA Peace Prize. His little participation.
Okay. When you say inflation's up, let's look at the inflation numbers. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to read it to you. As of March 2026, the U.S. annual inflation rate is 2.4%. While this represents, hold on, it's 2.4. 2.4. While this represents significant cooling from the 9% when Biden was president. 9%.
That was during COVID.
It dropped to 3% present when Donald Trump took office. So it was at 3% when he took office. It's at 2.4% now. So how has it risen since he's been in office?
That's not true.
If it was 3% when he took office, and now it's at 2.4, how's it risen since he took office? When it's
you're not giving correct numbers. I'll find it. What's your source?
So your numbers go by whatever you choose. I just type it into Google.
No, I'm asking you. What's your source?
It's whatever Google pulls up as a source.
What did Google take you to?
It didn't take me
I'm just going to ask.
It uses the chat GPT stuff, the AI stuff. I know they're accurate numbers. Gemini, it's Gemini. And so what if you got mad about the fucking Nobel Peace Prize? Who fucking cares what he gets mad about? Why is that what you guys always go to, this minor dumb shit that means nothing?
It's him who did it, dude. It's he who cried about it for fucking.
So what? So what if he cried about not getting a nail? What the fuck does that got to do with running? What does that have to do with running our country?
Okay, well, what does Biden sniffing someone's hair have to do with running our country? You care so much about that shit. Why do you care about everything?
You guys are the one. Hey, you guys are the ones that are constantly calling everybody pedophiles and rapists. That's you guys that have that problem.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
No, you tell me not.
Epstein files.
What about the
Epstein
Epstein
files.
files?
Are you
Well, okay,
kidding
show
me?
me in the Epstein files that have been released. Show me one piece of evidence that shows that Trump is a racist or Trump is a pedophile. Show me one piece of evidence
at
from
this point,
the files that have come out that says that he's a pedophile or a rapist. Give us the evidence.
I can give you accusations that are redacting
Okay, you
all
can
the
give us the
evidence.
accusations. You call him a rapist and you call him a pedophile. So where is your evidence for calling him these things? Where is your evidence?
There's many accusations.
If I was come up here every day, Thunder, and call you a R word and a pedo, what would you do?
Okay, let me answer. If it was just you, it wouldn't matter. But if it was 5 or 6 different people, it would be a problem.
Okay, but once again, you didn't answer my question.
Yeah,
the only reason why you guys get away with saying this stuff is because you don't face the repercussions of what you're saying. You guys are calling him this and calling him that. You guys are calling him this and calling him that, and yet you have zero proof that he has done anything.
No, what I'm saying about him, as far as being a pedophile, I'm not saying he's a pedophile. He's accused of one. What I am saying is he's blocking the files from getting out. He's protecting a pedophile ring. That he's doing.
Wait a minute. He hasn't blocked anything. You guys, everybody was forced to make a bill to make him sign so they could be released. And now they're being released. And yet,
but they're redacting everything. They were only
once again, everything that's been released, there has been zero proof and zero evidence of everything you guys say.
God, you're so wrong. First of all, not everything's been released.
Okay.
Second, let me finish. Let me answer.
Again, Thunder.
Let me answer.
If I'm wrong, no, hold on, Thunder. If I'm wrong, show us the evidence and the proof that he's a pedophile or a rapist. Show us the proof. If I'm wrong, show us the proof.
No, you're wrong about saying that it's all been released. It hasn't. What they were supposed to. Let me finish. I let you finish. Hang on, let me finish. I let you finish. Roy, let me finish like I let you. Hang on.
I never said it was all released. Don't put words in my mouth.
Go back and watch.
I never said that. I said the stuff that has been released. Don't do the liberal shit and put words in my mouth and say something.
Don't do the MAGA shit and make things up. Don't do the MAGA shit and gaslight.
I didn't make anything up. I didn't make anything up. I said of all the stuff that has been released, show us the proof of these accusations or these words that you continue to call him. Show us the proof.
Now, can I say something here?
Yeah.
The Epstein files, they were told to release them all with only the names of the victims redacted and the victims' information. When they released those files, they really hit a lot of more shit. They've got total pages that are redacted. Now, let me finish. What they did is they released the victims' names and they hid a lot of the accusers' names. Well, some of those names were unredacted later, and now we're starting to find out more stuff. So when the midterms come around, we're going to be seeing a lot more because they are right now trying to cover this shit up. And if you don't see it, that's a damn shame because Trump ran on the Epstein files and America first and no wars. That's what he ran. He said Kamala Harris was going to start a war with Iran. She's going to start World War III, and he's the one who started a war with Iran.
But you guys continue to call him a pedophile, call him a rapist, in hopes that as the more files come out, you'll get the evidence. Is what you're saying?
I can't say he's a pedophile, but I can say he's protecting a pedophile ring. I can say he's a racist because
how is he protecting the pedophile ring when he's the one that turned him into the police in Florida?
He did not. When the police busted him, he called the police and said, "I'm glad that you are finally getting up to him because we all know what he's been up to."
He's the one that told the police that.
And if they've all known what he's been up to, then Trump should be charged with not turning him in. Because if he knew that he was
Trump went to the police. Trump was the one that went to the police and told them about this stuff.
No. Are you kidding me?
You sure?
Dude, Trump's the one who said to him after they charged him. Anyway, you're so wrong with your facts.
I'm so wrong. If I'm wrong,
Trump turned him in.
Show me the proof where I'm wrong. Show me the proof where I'm wrong.
No, show me the proof you're right. Show me the proof
right there. The 3 million or so of the Epstein files that have already been released has shown nothing as far as being a pedophile, has shown nothing as far as being a rapist, and has shown nothing of that sort. So that's my proof. My proof is the files that have already been released have shown nothing. That's my proof. So that's my proof, is of all the Epstein files that have been released, there's nothing in there that has shown him to be the R word or the pedo word. That's my proof.
Trump's alleged rape of a 13-year-old girl isn't going away. Trump has an upcoming civil court appearance to answer the charge, but Jeffrey Epstein and attended Donald J. Trump. The United States District Court, Southern District, Trump and Epstein defendants are both being charged. They're double. Let me pull up a different one. These are in my hard drive. Girls 8 to 11 pepper sprayed during Donald Trump's rally. No, that's something different. Let me go to that. Jeffrey Epstein, the fully warned more than one occasion, both defendants, Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, were she ever to reveal any of the details of the sexual or physical abuse that she had suffered as a sex slave for the defendant Trump and defendant Epstein, the plaintiff Johnson and her family would be in mortal danger. The plaintiff was warned that this would mean certain death. Now, these are court documents. This isn't just media. This is court documents. Mike Tyson. Let's see. He was Jeffrey. I'm going to find a better one. I want to look for this other one. Yeah, this is it. The allegations are not categorically false, but disgusting at the highest level and clearly framed to solicit media attention, or more likely are politically motivated. To be clear, there's absolutely no merit to these claims. It said Allen on the attorney of Donald Trump.
Did that not sound good enough for you? That you had to stop saying what you were saying about that? Those are allegations.
No, I'll read exactly what it says. This is from his lawyer. The allegations are not only categorically false, but disgusting at the highest level and clearly framed to solicit media attention, or more likely are politically motivated. To be clear, there's absolutely no merit to these claims, and based on our investigation, no evidence that the person that made these allegations actually exists. Alan,
okay, now when
federal lawsuit titled Katie Johnson versus. Hang on, let me finish now. The federal lawsuit titled Katie Johnson versus Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey E. Epstein accuses Trump and Epstein of rape and other sexual assaults during the summer of 1994 when the plaintiff was 13 years old. Attorney Garnett denied the accusations and cast doubt on the existence of the plaintiff, on her even existing. Attorney Garnett's denial of the rape claims against Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein date from 2016, when the case was filed by Katie Johnson, I don't know what that word is, on April 26th in the U.S. District Court in Riverdale, California. The case apparently filed pro se to plaintiff acting without a lawyer, sought $100 million in damages from the defendants, among other things, violating her civil rights and making her their sex slave. The case appears. This is just rambling shit. I want to look to what the accusations actually were. Plaintiff was subject to acts of rape, sexual misconduct, criminal sexual acts, sexual abuse, forcible touching, assault, battery, intentional and reckless infliction of emotional distress, duress, false imprisonment, and threats of death and or serious bodily injury by the defendants that took place at several parties during the summer months of 1994. The parties were held by defendant Epstein at a New York residence that was being used by defendant Epstein. Plaintiff Jane Doe came to New York in the spring of 1974 in hope of starting a modeling career.
Okay, that's still no proof. That's no proof.
No, you're right. These are just allegations. And that's why.
I asked for proof.
But that's why I don't say he's a pedophile, because I haven't seen the proof. But what I've seen proof of is that they're covering this shit. They're redacting everything, and they're not showing us. Now, they were supposed to release the files unredacted of everything except for the girls' names and information, but they're redacting everything. But still, these accusations go on. There's a lot of them, and it's pretty weird stuff. And we're pretty naive if we don't believe any of this. If we think all of this is just made up and Trump's really a good guy, the guy who goes, "Hey, see that 10-year-old girl coming? Hang on, see that girl coming down the escalator? That 10-year-old girl. I'm going to be dating her in 8 years. What kind of a fucking?
You're going all over the place. We're talking about now.
That about a 10-year-old girl.
If those allegations turn out to be true, I'll be the first one to fucking jump board and say, "Hey, yeah, he's a fucking weirdo and a pervert." But until you have the proof, I ain't gonna go around calling a man something, especially as serious as those accusations, without some kind of proof. I wouldn't do it to you. I'm not gonna do it to the president. I wouldn't do it to my worst enemy.
What do you think about him seeing a 10-year-old girl coming down the escalator and going, 10 years from now, I'm gonna be dating her? Is that a little weird? To look at a 10-year-old girl.
People say dumb shit all the time. People say dumb shit all the time. Lisi said when she's 18, huh?
It's a little more than dumb.
Lisi's waiting until she's legal, I guess.
So a little 10-year-old girl in 10 years, I'm going to be dating her.
President Trump has always said dumb shit. We know this, but that has nothing to do with the way he's running our country. What he says in private, grabbing them by the pussy, all this other stuff, has nothing to do with the way he's running our country. Has nothing to do with it. If you're going to talk about President Trump, we got to talk about how he's running our country.
Hang on,
we have nobody coming across the borders. Inflation is lower. Gas prices were lower until this, current situation, but we were paying jack shit. I don't see you giving them any flowers for having the gas down to like $1 something a gallon. I don't see you guys giving them the flowers. You have no problem calling them out. Hold on. You have no problem calling them out when gas goes up, but you never called him out for doing the right thing by having gas come down. And those are from his foreign policy, making deals with all these other countries to get our gas prices to come down. But you guys don't give them the flowers on that. You ain't giving them the flowers on having a zero crossing on the border, having the border shut down. You're not giving them the flowers on that. So why is it always the bad stuff you guys want to focus on and not show the good stuff? It's always this Epstein file this, or he said grab my pussy.
Always, are you kidding me?
This stuff, but
the Epstein files is major. You don't just sweep that shit under the rug. Goddamn, Clinton caught hell for having a blowjob from a consenting adult.
Guess what? How long have the Epstein files been in circulation?
Probably 40 years, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
And so no other president, if Trump was so guilty of stuff, and they were all able to read these Epstein files, and Trump was so guilty of all this, why didn't President Biden put him out? Why didn't Barack Obama put him out? Why didn't Hillary Clinton put him out?
No, they didn't have the files then. Biden did. But Biden couldn't release them because it was under investigation at the time.
But like I said, don't tell me Barack Obama didn't have access to them.
I don't think he did. I don't think they were around then. I think they came around during Trump's first, at the end of his, I don't know. I really don't. I'm not going to get guess because I really don't know. But I know Biden couldn't do it because he was investigating. Hang on, I'm looking for an image I want you to bring up if I can find it here. Here it is. Here, can you pull that up?
What does that have to do with anything?
Remember when Pam Bondi was in front of the Senate hearing and they're talking about Epstein? She goes, well, what we should be talking about is that the stock market hit 50,000. Yeah, it did hit 50,000 a few weeks ago, but look where it is now.
So we're in the middle of a conflict right now. So of course shit's going to be all out.
A lot of times stock market goes up during war. A lot of times the economy gets better during war.
Okay. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
No, this one it didn't. In Iraq, it didn't. Iraq, it
Okay,
caused a recession.
so it doesn't always go up. So that's not.
Now,
So
this one's going to be another
it's not an
recession.
uncommon thing for it to go down when we're in a conflict. So that proves nothing.
So you think that he's done a good job with America First?
He has done a very good job with America First. Yes, our gas prices were lower. They'll go right back down.
They're the highest they've been since George W. Bush. Higher than Biden now. They just surpassed him to death.
Yeah, but we're in the middle of a war. We're in the middle of a war. Of course, it's going to go up. A major strait has been shut down.
We're in the middle of a war. Wait a minute. What do you mean we're in the middle of a war? Well, I thought we won. Trump said we won.
Trump can say whatever the fuck Trump wants to say. It doesn't until the IRGC is completely gone from Iraq and not running it anymore. No, we're not done with it.
Okay, but you just said we're in the middle of a war. I thought we're in the middle of a strategic strike.
Okay, at the beginning they were strategic strikes. It has progressed into something more, and I already told you this.
Do you know the last time we declared war on a country?
We haven't even declared war on them.
I'm asking you. Do you know when the last time was we declared war on a country?
I not off the top of my head. No.
It was World War II when we declared war first on Japan and then on Germany. We have not declared.
That's because they attacked us. Yeah.
Right. We have not declared war on any country since World War II.
Exactly.
We've been to Korea. We've been to Vietnam. We've been to Iraq. We've been to Afghanistan. Now Iran. We've had Bosnia, Grenada. You know, we've had wars, but we just don't declare them and it was in 1973 that they started the War Power Act, and that was because they didn't want presidents putting us in wars like this unless it was an imminent threat or we're being attacked. There was no imminent threat, and we weren't being attacked, and he went in, and we've lost 13 lives, and we have 2,500 troops heading over there right now. We've been getting hit over in the on our bases, and they didn't put a coalition together, and they didn't fortify the Strait of Hormuz. It's the worst planned war ever.
He doesn't have to do all that stuff.
Yeah, he didn't, and look where he is. He's in a quagmire.
What do you mean? Look where he is. Iran, 95% of Iran's rockets and all that shit disabled. Over 92 to 95% of their drone capabilities are gone. What are you talking about? What they have done? They have no navy anymore, so they can't fucking do anything in that strait. Other than
I didn't say look where Iran was. I said look where we are. We're stuck in this.
Look where we're at. What we got? What we're paying
$1 billion a
we're
day.
Paying higher gas prices.
We're paying higher gas prices
a day. We're paying what? We're paying higher gas prices.
$1 billion a day. You think it's just gas prices? Dude, when the gas prices go up, you know what that means. Truckers have to pay.
What we spend money on that.
Everything goes up. Let me finish. Don't interrupt me. When gas prices go up, that means trucking has to pay more for fuel, which means now everything goes. It's not just gas prices. If you think inflation's not up, you're wrong. And it's going to get even worse. You're going to see it. You're looking at numbers maybe a month old or something, but there's no way with the gas prices and everything's going up. I mean, hell, I see it in the stores. I went and bought. I'm camping right now. I got gas and everything and groceries. I saw it. I can show you, man. Some of the shit I'm paying, it's crazy. Anyway, so let's go here on some of this other stuff. Oh yeah, and the racist thing. You say he's not a racist. But he is a racist because that racist posted the Obamas and then tried to blame it on a staffer.
That don't make somebody racist. That don't make nobody racist.
Yeah, it does. When you put monkey pictures of black people.
That's another thing you guys say. Us MAGA people are all racist. What makes MAGA people racist?
All MAGA. Most racists are MAGA, but not most MAGA are racist.
What makes you say that most racists are MAGA?
Because every racist I know, personally, that I know is a MAGA. Every racist I know is MAGA. That
has their shitty ass morals and the way they were raised to be shitty has nothing to do with the affiliation. Has nothing to do with the affiliation of your party that you vote for. That doesn't
the
make
white
that don't make
supremacists,
that's
Ku
not a
Klux
MAGA thing.
Klan.
That's
They're
the
all
fucking
MAGA.
okay. Ku Klux Klan is all Democrats. Let's get that straight.
No,
Ku
they're
Klux Klan
not.
was
They used to
Ku
be.
Klux Klan was made by the
What?
Democrats. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, that's when the Democrats were the Dixiecrats, and then it all flipped around. Now the Democrats
the Democrats are the ones that started the KKK.
But
Let's
all
get it
those
straight.
Democrats from the 40s are Republicans today.
Oh,
Understand the party flipped. You understand how that happened?
No,
it was
no.
the Democrats, and they became the Dixiecrats because it was the Southern Democrats, and then they left the Democratic Party and became the Dixiecrats, and then they ended up going into the Republican Party, and that's where most of your white supremacists are now. They're extreme. I'm not saying that Republicans, they're the extremists, and they are, Roy, whether you like it or not. I mean, they used to be Democrats. I'll admit it, they were. And then how about what's with Trump and vandalizing the JFK Center of Arts, man? What kind of fucking shit is that? Tearing down the East Wing and sitting there with a big hole. I mean, this guy, he's sitting there in the middle of talking about dead soldiers. In the middle of a sentence, stops and goes, "Look at these curtains I did here." While he's talking about dead soldiers. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Speaking of dead soldiers, what do you think about Trump going to the dignified transfer, not only with a hat on that he refused to take off, a cap, but a merch cap, and he had a picture of it with a coffin coming by and put it on a page to raise money with that coffin coming by, with him saluting it with a merch hat on that he should have had on his heart, not on his head.
Okay, he had a picture of him standing there with the coffin and him saluting the soldiers being carried in their coffins, wearing a white MAGA hat, and that's something bad about that?
To raise money on it?
To raise money for what, though?
His campaign.
Okay. Campaign for what? He ain't running for re-election. He can't.
Dude,
what let
me tell you, he's collecting money to feed the fucking midterms. You think Trump's not trying to raise money to get MAGA people elected? He's raising money for the midterm.
Can you show us a picture of this ad that you're talking about?
Yes. I did a video on it. Hang on. I'll pull it right up here for you. It's disgusting, dude. It's bad.
And what does it matter whether he wears a hat or not? Is it any different than Joe Biden? Was it any different than Joe Biden checking his watch and not doing any kind of saluting?
It was much worse.
Oh, it's much worse. Him saluting wearing a white MAGA hat is worse than the president not even fucking looking and fucking staring at his watch.
Even MAGA's saying it. There, look at him. Look at him. Right there.
Where is he wearing this? Saluting a coffin walking by. Show us that.
The top left picture. The top left picture. He's saluting here. That hat should be over his heart. He shouldn't be wearing a hat.
Hold on a second. Sports fans show more respect for our flag than Trump does our fallen. What the fuck? Trump wear merch. What? Okay, where do you see that? Where is this picture? Where's this picture trying to get money? Where is he trying to get money with this picture?
Oh, let me pull that up for you.
And this is all this is saying is that because he's wearing a hat, that he's somehow being disrespectful. That's fucking ridiculous.
Here, pull this one out.
That's just lefty propaganda. That's all that is. That's lefty propaganda.
Disrespectful. There he is. The bottom right corner.
MAGA Epstein.
How about Eric Trump's investing in low cost per kill drones? He's making billions of dollars. Eric Trump making billions on this war.
Joined a deal to make Israeli company to what? Okay, Eric Trump killer drone investments. Okay, that's not raising money for anything. That's just saying his son is invested in.
Look here, that's raising money. Dude, see, it says click.
That's not raising money for anything. That says his son. His son has investment in a drone company. Where's that trying to raise money for his campaign? You said raise money for his campaign.
Let me answer.
Where's it at?
Right there. Bring the picture up and I'll show you where he's raising money. See that gold picture to the left? It says click, claim your spot. That came from his Never Surrender Inc. website. And if you click on that, claim your spot, donations come up 50, 100, 150, 500.
And you sure that this website's run by Trump?
Yes, he was asked about it, and he said he didn't have a problem with it. Now, admit it. That's fucked up. That's
no, you haven't showed me. Show me this website. Show me this website. You're just showing me propaganda pictures of the left.
No, I'm not. That's from his page.
You said you were showing me pictures of him raising money for his campaign. I ain't seen none yet.
I hope he still got it. Yeah,
can you remove those pictures? Can you remove all those from the background so then we can, because that way it doesn't.
Yeah, I found his website. I hope it's still on there. Let me look. Fundraiser.
Oh, you hope it's still on there.
Yeah, I hope he didn't take it down because he's been catching out. Raising. Oh, man, where is it?
But once again, we have lower inflation, damn near no border crossings. We're getting rid of the criminals in our country. ISIS taking care of the criminals, moving them along. We're helping free countries from their dictatorships. What else? But we're worried about whether what Trump says or shit that happened 25 years ago, grabbing them by the pussy and all this other stupid shit. Where is the proof of all this other stuff? That he's doing such a bad job with the country. Oh, you need the link again? Okay, hold on. Oh, let me get it. Yeah. Oh, hold on a sec. Yeah, copy. Here it comes. Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. You're back.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me find it now. I mean, you didn't know about this?
No, bro. I'm not like my whole life isn't revolving around this stuff. I told you that when you asked about the debate. And you guys pull up shit that you're just pulling up lefty propaganda from what I've seen so far.
Propaganda is from his
everything you showed as proof. You yourself has said it happens. You showed the Dow that is going down, and then you said, "Oh well, it does go down in war situations." So you proved you proved.
Oh, good, I got it. The best I could do for you though is military.
The best. No, here we go. The best
is the Military Times. Is that the wrong page?
No clear evidence that shows U.S. troops left their Baghdad bases, moved into hotels. Oh, well, wait a minute. Hey, there's no clear. Hey, you were the one saying that they did that, right? Let's read this because you brought it up earlier. You said that they were going into hotels. It says no clear evidence shows U.S. troops left Baghdad bases and moved into hotels. But a hotel in Baghdad that had foreigners often used recently attacked, which led Americans that might be staying there. So there, that your own evidence proves that what you said was wrong about that. So okay, we'll remove that. Let's. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. Trump fundraising email uses photo. March 7th transfer of deceased. Okay. Where's the let's see, a fundraising email. Where is this from? Which news source is this from?
This source is Military Times.
Okay. So go back down. Let's read it. A fundraiser email distributed Thursday by Political Action Committee. Okay, so it's not from Donald Trump. It's a political action.
Political. Link
no,
to Donald
link to
Trump.
Donald Trump included
Right.
a photo, okay, of
Right.
soldier
It's
Iranian
linked to
pro-free.
Donald Trump.
The email, which was signed Donald J. Trump, was paid for by Never Surrender Inc. promises to make donors part of a national security briefing membership. It was first pointed out on, okay. So he's using a photo
of dead
patriotic. He's using a patriotic photo of Trump.
Wow, you're gonna spin that. How
am I spinning it? The picture's right there. They used the picture of him showing his respect to our fallen troops. You have a problem with that? What the fuck?
Wow. You're kidding me. Raising money on the coffin of a fallen soldier, and you're okay. You're going to spin that like it's okay. The man died for his country, and he's going to fucking raise campaign money on that. Come on, Roy, call it out. It's fucking wrong, dude.
First of all, you didn't even read the article. It had nothing to do with campaign money. It had to do with some kind of list or something of something else.
See, you're believing what you want to believe, dude. It's fucking surrenderinc.com. It's to raise money. Claim your spot here. You click it and it starts to raise money. Roy, call it out for what it is.
I didn't see that on there. I didn't see that. You didn't show us that. Where does it say that? You didn't show us any of that.
Yeah, I did.
What did you just show us that shows click here to claim your spot?
Play my video. It's a short video. It shows everything.
No,
I'm going to give you a link.
No, we're talking. We're having a debate. I'm not going to play your video.
I mean, but then you don't want to see it then, because that's the only way I can show it to you. The video shows it all. It shows everything just the way it was on that page, because I screenshotted it.
Yeah, him wearing a hat isn't a big deal.
Yes, it is. It's disrespectful as fuck to our troops. Okay. You may not think so because you don't understand military. You've never served or anything. I have. I know what's respectful and not when it comes to that shit. And that was disrespectful as fuck. And he's being called on it by a lot of people.
And the only people calling him out for it, and the only people calling him out for it are lefties. You guys. That's the only people calling him out for it are you lefties. So why haven't you done a video of all the good things that have happened since Trump's been president? Why haven't you done any videos?
He hasn't done any good things. Oh. He's killed American citizens.
He didn't kill any American citizens. He didn't kill anybody. Where do you come up? He kills American citizens. What is that?
Renee Good.
What do you say when you say this? What proof do you have that he has killed American citizens? When you say these things,
Renee Good, Alex Pretty.
He didn't kill them. Yeah. They got themselves killed because of their stupidity.
Yeah, that's to hear you tell it.
They got themselves killed. He didn't kill them.
God damn it! Where is it? You got too many windows open here. I'm afraid I'm going to close the wrong one.
What has he done that's been good, Jackie? Let's see. The low inflation. The gas prices were low until recently. They were at an all-time low until recently.
But you can't go work. The stock market was at 50,000, but now is it?
Our borders are secure. We have better arrangements.
The same
so we're getting more money. We're bringing back. So yeah, we have lots of stuff. You just don't want to read about it because you listen to all the mainstream liberal propaganda bullshit.
All right, here it is.
Low inflation, peaked. Inflation is 2.4%. That's low inflation.
Hey, no, it was last month. It's not now.
What?
It was last month. What you had was old. It was last month. It's not now.
Oh, it wasn't old. I just Googled it. It was on today's Google. What are you talking about? It was today's Google. I didn't look it up last month just to show it to you right now. What the fuck? I just did it right in front of you. Looked it up. What is that?
I
I'm
play
not
it.
going to play your video. We're having a
Yeah,
debate.
I'm just going to show you what he did.
No,
Dude, it's 2 minutes.
you were given the opportunity to show us. I wanted to see.
I'm showing it right here.
You did okay. You're showing us what you found on the internet. You should be able to pull that same thing up on the internet right now and show it to us.
No, I'm sure. No, because it took it down. It looks
What do you
like.
mean no? What do you mean no? Inflation right now is at 2.4%.
All right, now.
That doesn't look like anything off of the internet. That looks like something you have saved. You saved on your photos and stuff.
Listen.
Were the remains of U.S. soldiers killed in a drone strike were returned to the United States. The image shows Trump saluting as a flag-draped casket is carried past him during the ceremony. In the ceremony message, supporters are urged to donate and join a national security briefing membership. The email placed donation buttons such as claim your spot.
Show me where Trump supports this.
Contribution page.
You got proof that Trump supports that? Can you show us proof of that?
Yeah, he was asked about it today, and he said he didn't have a problem with it.
He didn't have a problem with somebody using a picture of him?
That's a photo op with it.
Is that what you're saying?
Donation page.
Don't you guys use pictures of them all the time?
Hang on a second. I can't. I'm trying to shut my video off here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, less drugs coming into the country. All kinds of things that he's done. Venezuela is playing ball with the United States now because he got rid of that dictator. So what else? What do you mean he hasn't done nothing good?
He's vandalized D.C.
He's vandalized D.C. What are you talking about? He cleaned up D.C.
JFK Center of Arts.
He cleaned up D.C. The murder rate.
Prices. He hasn't. He's gone to war with all the world with tariffs. Now Canada is signing trade treaties with India. Europe signing trade agreements with Venezuela, and they're saying "fuck you" to us and our tariffs.
Oh, you're reading your liberal stuff. You're reading your liberal stuff. What does that have to do with Donald Trump?
I'm reading my own notes.
Yeah.
After begging for help and getting rebuked from our allies, Trump said, "We don't need help from anyone." He's so fucking immature. He's begging them. Oh yeah, we do. We're in trouble.
No, we don't.
If we don't need any help from anyone, why is the Strait of Hormuz still closed?
It's not closed. Boats are getting through.
Yeah,
they're just not getting through that many, but they're getting through, and they'll get more through. Once we get some more of our boats over there, trust me, they just bombed the shit out of that coastline to get all those hidden missiles and their launchers. They did that today, so it'll be open real soon. And we don't need them.
No, you're wrong. See, that's where you're wrong. If you think that the war's over when Trump pulls away and says, "Hey, we won, it's over," you're wrong. Because that's when this new generation of jihad comes to the United States. And I wouldn't be going to any large gatherings anytime soon.
Joe Biden's open border already allowed all those people here. That's why we had the shooting in Houston. We just said, what do you call it?
How long are you guys going to blame Biden? How long are you guys going to blame Biden and Barack Obama for every fucking thing?
Did we just have a mass shooting in Houston from a fucking radicalized person? Didn't we just have a radicalized Muslim guy at Old Dominion?
Everything that happens on Trump's watch is Biden's fault. I love that.
No, you guys are
such clowns. And and then when it happens on Biden's watch, it's all his fault. But when it happens on Trump's watch, it's Biden's fault or Brahma's fault.
These people,
you guys can never fucking be accountable for anything. You're such fucking clowns. How long are you gonna blame the stock market crashing now on Biden and the gas prices going up on Biden? Blame him for that
the stock
too.
market? Where's
you know the only time gas prices?
Where's the stock market?
The only time I just showed it to you. I just showed it to you.
That's
I
not
just showed you
crashing.
the Dow Jones.
That's not crashing. That's not crashing.
It hasn't crashed, but it's crashing. It's on its way. It's not looking good.
It doesn't crash. It's going down. It's not crashing. It goes up and down all the fucking time. That's normal.
No, dude. It's been going down for a long time now. It goes up and down. It usually does this. Now it's doing this.
It's not crashing. It's going down.
Yeah,
and we're in conflict,
and it's not a war; it's a strategic. Call it whatever you want. Word it any way you want. It's doing this now. We can say, "Hey, it's a downhill slide."
Okay, and it got up. Guess what? It got all the way up to 50,000 too, didn't it? During Trump.
Yeah, that's my point.
And now it's going down. Why? Because we're in a conflict right now. Which you yourself agreed, which you agreed that is going down because of the conflicts. It goes down.
It's going down before the conflict. Did you look at the dates?
We've been in more than one. We've been in more than one conflict that has an ability to affect the stock market. The Venezuelan thing, for example.
I have never seen anyone lick the man's boots the way you guys do. He can do no wrong.
You haven't shown us any proof that why I should not support my president. You haven't showed me any proof why I shouldn't support my president.
No matter what I tell you, Roy, you just believe what you want.
Let me
finish my thought. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
You just said, for one, they were not an imminent threat. They were not an imminent threat to the United States, and we were not under attack. There's no reason to go to war, period.
Driving to wealth is just, hold on one sec. Driving to wealth is just me and Thunder right now. I'll put up Prepo after we're done with our. And then
that'll be cool. Bring a panel up later.
Yeah, we'll bring the panel up in a little, give it about another 20 minutes, and we'll bring up panel.
5 or 10.
5 or 10 minutes, y'all, and then y'all can come up and do your thing, okay? But go ahead.
No, but Iran was not an imminent threat to the United States. They're not friends of ours. I don't like them. North Korea, North Syria, there's a lot of countries we don't like out there, but we don't go invading them. And Iran was no imminent threat. It's not worth losing our troops over. That's what I hate about these fucking wars is when we start losing troops, man. I literally sit down, man, tears come to my eyes when they bring these troops home. It really hits me hard. It really bothers me. Man, I bawled like a baby on the first day of Iraq. When that war started back in the 2002, I bawled like a baby in my office that morning. I was so bummed. And I've supported Afghanistan. But when they went in Afghan, I was so bummed out. And now they're doing it all. Deja vu. And I'm just sick of these fucking wars in the Mideast that there was nothing going on. Man, it was fine. If anything, we should have worried about Gaza and Lebanon if we're going to do anything over there. That's active. Iran was minding their own business. We just kept that nuclear agreement.
And guess why Lebanon is who Lebanon is? It's because of Iran. It's because of Hamas, Hezbollah, all ran by Iran, which comes out of
Syria and Iraq and Afghanistan and all of them.
Yeah, they're the
all
leading.
Of them.
They're the leading.
So Roy, what do we do?
They are the leading person of terrorism in the Middle East and around the world. Is Iran.
So Roy, what do? We take out this regime, they put another one in. So then we go and take out that one, and then they bring another one.
That's
not
what's being done right now. That's not what's being done right now. If they take out this regime, then it gives the people the opportunity to vote in who they want. And the people have already decided who they want to come in as a transitional government until they can vote in who they want. They've already done that. Yes. The people
Iran's already done that.
The people have already spoken that they want the crown prince to come in and run the country transitionally wise until they can get a new leader in there to run the country. Yes, it's already been done.
The people are living on martial law. When did they do this, Roy? Are you telling me
Nobody's
that they
living
have
under
people like that?
nobody's under martial law. What are you talking about?
Iran is under martial.
You can find videos of all kinds of people out in the streets in Iran fucking celebrating and doing stuff. What are you talking about?
No,
they're not under martial law.
they have to be. They're under certain time curfews and shit. They're living on. You don't know that Iran's under martial law right now? They are. They've taken all their guns. They don't have the citizens don't have guns right now. They've disarmed them.
The citizens were never allowed to have guns anyways.
But to sit there and say that they've elected, no, the
I didn't
parliament.
say
Their
that.
own
Oh my
group.
God! I did not say they elected. I said they are asking for the crown prince to run the transitional government. Never said anything about elected.
Look,
because they
his
haven't
son's
elected.
taking over. His son's more hard right wing than he was.
His son
hard
is
line.
down. His son is in a coma somewhere, fucking with one.
We don't
leg
know.
in his
We don't
head
really know
because
where
he
he
got that
is. We
shit
really
going
don't
on.
know.
Trust me.
We don't know where he or
They know.
Netanyahu are.
They know.
Netanyahu's been hiding too, and we don't know where JD Vance is either. He's been
What are you
hiding.
talking about? JD Vance was just appointed to do fraud here in the United States for President
He's been
Trump.
real quiet. He's in hiding. JD
he's
Vance is hiding. Yeah, he is.
He was just in a press conference. He was just in a press conference standing next to Trump saying that he totally supports what President Trump is doing. And that was in a press conference yesterday. Where's he hiding?
I didn't see it. I got to look for that. I got to say, I want to hear him say that he supported it because I got to clip it because he ran on that.
You guys just say this stuff with no proof. But
he's still in hiding. Just because he popped up for 1 hour, just because he popped up for 1 hour in the last week doesn't mean he's not in hiding, dude.
Whatever,
the guy's been laying low.
Whatever.
If you haven't noticed, he's been laying low. And I want to hear him say that he supports this war because that's going to ruin him if he ever runs for president. If he says he's supporting this war, he's ruined because he ran on those no wars. He ran on that shit. He's the one. He's the only one who didn't want Trump to do this invasion. JD Vance was against it when they all talked about it. JD Vance was the only one who didn't want it to happen. Let's bring a panel up.
Okay. All right, let me put the link, y'all. Y'all can come up and do your thing. I got to take a mad piss. I've been holding it for a minute. All right, there you go. Try to be respectful. I don't give a shit. Yell and scream at each other. I don't give a fuck.
I'll just pull out of these guys. I'll withdraw these guys to carry on. If they can
we'll let everybody have their piece. They can say what they
want. I hope Pedro's coming up.
No, Pedro won't come up. So there's a link, y'all. If you want to come on,
there's no imminent threat with Iran, and we're at a war we shouldn't.
There's always been an imminent threat with Iran since 1979. They've always been a threat.
Well, if they're an imminent threat since 1979, it proves that they're not doing anything to us. That they don't care to do anything to us because
they've been doing stuff to us. They've been attacking us on the regular. Same with Israel.
No, they haven't. They haven't done shit. When was the last time Iran did something to an American?
Okay, let's check.
Before this invasion.
Okay, let's check.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know.
Okay, we'll go Google it right now. Let's see. Ongoing attacks by Iran backed by militias on U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria throughout late 2023. So 2023. Let's see. We had March Iranian military attacked March 2023. American contractor was killed. Several wounded by Iran drone strikes in Syria. So yeah, they attack us. They attack us. So come on now.
Yeah, but they're not attacking us any more than Syria or Lebanon or Afghanistan. This war is bullshit, and he could have gone to Congress. There's no imminent threat. He could have gone to Congress. They could have had a debate on it, and they could have decided if they wanted to do it. And another thing you're supposed to do before you go to war is go with the United Nations. That was all part of the deal. You cared about the United Nations with Ukraine, and you got to care about it that he should have done what he should have done.
Here we go. Okay, here's another one. Between October 2023 and November 2024, Iran and its proxies conducted 180 attacks against U.S. forces in the Middle East.
Killing how many?
I just said 180 attacks. Let's see. Remember,
were there any casualties?
Wounded more than 180 U.S. service member and caused several fatalities, including three in Jordan in early 2024. But you're sitting there saying,
I tell you what, Yup, I'll move to Iran. Hang on, I'll move to Iran, Yup, when you join the military.
So you're saying that there's no threat. You said there's no threat to us.
But you guys are so quick. You guys are so quick to send our troops into war when you're not willing to go yourself. You're a bunch of chicken hawk motherfuckers.
It says Iran has a long history of attacking U.S. troops dating back to 1983 with Hezbollah bombings in Beirut and Kuwait. So they've been an imminent threat to us for a very long time.
That's not an imminent threat. Come on.
And when I say imminent threat,
I'm talking about our homeland. I'm talking about the homeland.
Wherever our troops are, that's our homeland. Wherever we have a base is our homeland. Our bases in Kuwait are our homeland. Our bases in fucking Saudi Arabia is our homeland. That is U.S. sovereign territory. When they have a base in any other country, that is United States sovereign territory.
Right. I said I semi-agree with that. I was born on a military base.
So was I. All right. Driving to long time. Nellis Air Force Base, right over here.
I was born in Wiesbaden, Germany, on a military base. Who's this?
Long time no see. This driving to wealth.
What's good?
Driving to wealth. I didn't recognize you. How you doing,
Can you guys hold it down while I take a piss? You guys good?
Yeah. We got it.
Right. Do your thing, driving to wealth. Trump, MAGA 2028. Tell him, driving to wealth.
So you want to defend Iran so bad, but you know nothing about Iran. Do you know how the women are treated in Iran with the supreme leader? You're over here, Iran. Oh yeah, we can't go to war. Like, have you been to Iran, sir? Thunder, have you been to Iran? Yeah. What, Thunder dropped off or? This thing, combat by Russian-backed proxies against U.S. soldiers is less frequent than Iranian-backed attacks. Russian forces have engaged in and enabled actions against the U.S. personnel. I mean, Iran was like Paris or Rome in the mid-70s. Nah, I think what Trump's trying to do is put a strategic
Anybody else here?
Power
Hold on. There he is. All right.
Yeah, thanks. I got disconnected.
I had to take a piss.
Yeah, I missed a lot of what you said. I got disconnected.
Oh, okay.
But first of all, I want to say I'm not defending Iran. Let's not go there. Stop it. Okay, like I said, I'm a veteran. I've defended this country. Well, I didn't have to go to war, but I've defended the country just by serving. So don't even go there. And by any chance, are you a veteran?
No.
Okay. And right. Not that it matters, because it doesn't. But before people go, I'm defending them and I don't love my country, you can all fuck off, because I love my country and I'm not defending Iran. I'm defending our troops. And I don't like bullshit wars for our troops to go into. Iran was not an imminent threat to our country. We had no reason. There's terrorists all over the world. We're not going to invade every country. And you're not going to keep invading Iran every 10 years when they get different people in there. It's a perpetuating war. And we did this shit in Iraq.
First of all, when you join the military, you take an oath to protect this country from foreign and what is it, Thunder?
Foreign and domestic enemies.
Okay, exactly. So when you sign up and go into the military, these troops that we have, isn't there an inherent risk that at some point they're going to have to defend this country?
And absolutely, and that's fine.
Yes,
but these guys aren't defending this country. These guys are defending Israel.
Once again,
they're not defending the United States.
Once again, we are defending ourselves along with Israel, because Israel and the United States are constantly being under attack by Iran and its proxies. So we're not doing it for Israel. We're doing it for ourselves and the Iranian people.
Roy, we didn't need to invade Iran. We did not need to. We could have done strategic strikes.
They have been doing strategic. They did.
No, we went to war. No, we went to war.
They still are doing strategic.
I'm talking about we didn't ever have to fly anyone over that country at all. We didn't have to do that. We could have done a lot better with today's technology. We didn't need to do what we're doing. This is bullshit.
What are you talking about? We've been blowing the fuck out of them up with very limited casualties to the Iranian people, other than the RII.
Did you know this? About Google this. See how many deaths there are and how many of them are children. It's like last I looked, there were about 2,200.
Come on, bro. Deaths. With the children, bro. All you Democrats, bro. With the children, bro.
Hey, if that country
says the right to life crowd, says the right to life crowd.
That country,
bro, come on.
That country uses. That country chooses. That country chooses to use. That country chooses to use their citizens as shields to protect them from the bad shit they do. It's unfortunate that any kid or any civilian gets killed, but at the same time, it's the regime that's causing. It's the regime doing it, not them.
Just collateral damage. Yeah, it's
unfortunately it wouldn't be. You know what?
What do you think happens with war?
If they didn't use their
that's why you don't start preemptive wars over bullshit, because that's what happens. And now we're stuck in this thing. If you think Trump can just walk away and claim defeat, you're wrong. Because this is when
we're stuck in what, dude?
How old are you? How old are you? Just so I have an idea of how long, what you've seen in life.
33.
33. So that means you were born in 1980. No, 33. Sorry, my 1993.
That's
92.
Right? 92.
92.
Okay, so 1992. You weren't here for the first Gulf War. You weren't even born. You 92. You're 10 years old, 9 years old when 9/11 got. So I'm just saying, whatever. It's you guys are young. You just don't. I've seen. I was alive for the Vietnam War. I was alive for all this shit. I've seen these fucking bullshit wars that we get sucked into all the time. Like I said, I supported Afghanistan when they flipped us off when they had bin Laden, and we said, turn him over to us. And they flipped us off and we invaded. I went right on George Bush. And I didn't like him. But then he had to go into Iraq. And what the fuck? And he did that to avenge his father.
Okay, so you're willing to support getting war where you going after one man, but you won't support.
No, not one man.
You don't support.
Yep.
You don't support getting rid of a terrorist organization and a country known for being the leader when it comes to paying for terrorism around the countries, all the countries, and freeing the people from these dictators. You don't support that.
You
support one man being attacked for 20 years.
All I wanted to do was get Bin Laden and the Al Qaeda, and we shut Al Qaeda down. They're gone now. They're gone. There's still a bit of ISIS flowing around because they're starting to grow under Trump now. But saying that we went after one, no, yeah, the motherfucker planted the World Trade Centers and killed over 2,000 of our people. Yeah, we're gonna get the motherfucker, and we got his ass. And once we got him, it was time to come back.
And the Iran regime just killed over 30,000 of their own citizens for protesting against not being able to have jobs and make money and feed their families. So that's
Trump killed his own citizens in Minneapolis. Why don't we worry about that?
Okay, first of all, Trump didn't kill anybody.
Well, the Ayatollah didn't kill anyone either. Those people should have never gotten out there and protested in the streets where they're not allowed to. I mean, you can fucking rationalize and play games all you want, Roy. It is what it is. We're shooting up our people in the streets instead of, and now and let me tell you something. This deporting got so bad that all the sheriffs in Florida are getting together and telling Trump to slow down and go after only the worst of the worst, because now they're starting to realize they don't have people to pick the fruits down here anymore. They literally are having an agriculture crunch here where they can't help.
That's not what Sheriff J.D. Grady Judge said. He said nothing about picking fruit. Said nothing about fruit.
He said the labor.
He said he stands by. He stands by what President Trump is doing, but he feels that there has to be a better a path, at least given to the good ones.
And here, folks, we're arresting people who got here illegally, but they're just looking for a better life. These aren't the people we need to be deporting. That's exactly what he said.
It's not his decision to make that. So
no, but that's just it. The sheriffs are getting together and they're saying to Trump, look, we need to go after the worst of the worst and leave these other people alone. These are honest people just here to better their lives.
No, we don't leave them alone. They're not allowed. They came here illegally. They need to go back and do it the right. They need to do it the right way.
They're here illegally and they've been here for a long time, and we know they're not bad people. Let's get them a road to citizenship.
There's over 10. There's over 10 million.
Some of them are bad. The very few that are bad, we should definitely kick them out.
Well, no. First of all, they all haven't.
And they're picking our fruits and doing the labor we don't want to do. We should go ahead and get
that is such a lame excuse. That is such a lame excuse that you can't get Americans to do these jobs. Bullshit.
Hey, Louisiana
the reason why they hire these illegals is because they can do under the table fucking paying these people under the table lower wages, than paying the American citizen to do the job. That's why they use the illegals. Not because Americans don't do it.
Right now in Louisiana, they're having trouble finding people to, I guess, peel crawdads or something, harvest crawdads. They're having a hard time with labor with that in Louisiana.
And that's another
thing. What news article did you read?
This is funny. You guys are so for all these illegal aliens being here and doing these jobs that you don't even give a shit that they're being paid these lower shit wages in the first place to do these fucking jobs. Shouldn't you guys, if you guys really love the illegals, if you really love the illegals, shouldn't you be shooting for the higher pay for them to be getting paid the right wages?
With you. Actually, I'm with you on that. I do think that shouldn't be done under the table. I'm with you on that. I mean, they're doing it that way, but it doesn't mean I agree with it. I mean, it's really pretty fucked up what some of these farmers will do. They'll bring these people in, they'll give them shelter, and they'll work them. And then at the end of the day, they'll go, you owe me so much for rent. And then these people end up like in a almost like a slavery thing where they're working for hardly anything because they're having to pay. I know it's bad, but they like it better than what they have at home. So that's their choice. But no, I don't agree with that. So I'm with you.
I mean, they're sending that money back to their country, so it's not benefiting any of us.
They earned it.
Who cares, bro? We pay taxes on that. What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
No, dude, they've earned that money. What they earned, they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. When I see a homeless guy and I give him $50, I don't sit there and go, oh, be sure to buy food or get a room tonight. I don't care if he goes out and buys heroin or meth or bottle or what. It's his money. He does with it what he wants.
Wow.
And all those illegals,
if he wants to buy himself food and clothes, good. But if he wants to go out and drink,
all those illegals that came here for the better life can go right back and try to come and do it the right way. or
Yes,
they can go
sir.
back to their country and make their country great and do their work over there to support their families. How about that?
Yes, sir.
This idea that we should just let anybody and everybody come in this country with no
I don't
vetting,
think we should
which
let
was
anybody.
what 10 to 11 million during the
No,
Biden administration.
I like what Trump did with closing the border. I'm good with that. I don't have a problem with that.
I haven't seen him make a video praising him.
My problem is if a guy's been here since he was 10 years old and he's been here for 20 years, now he's 30. He's got 2 kids, one that's 8 and one that's 9. He goes to work one day and they snatch him off the street, send him out, and his family's like, what the fuck? All of a sudden, the whole family's totally disrupted. Instead of saying, look, this guy's been here for 20 years. He's raising a family. He's working hard. He hasn't been in trouble. Let's get him a path to citizenship. No. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so because he broke the law initially, and now he's been here for 20 years. Oh,
statutes of limitations are up, dude. People break laws all the time.
Statute of limitations. What are you talking about, bro?
Well, that might be,
bro, you came in illegally.
Let me finish what I'm.
That's like me.
What I was gonna say.
The word illegal.
Let me finish.
That is a term. Can you define that?
I'm not talking about statute of limitations on illegal immigration. I'm saying he's saying that if they come here illegal, we should just forget. People commit crimes all the time, and once a certain amount of period's up, they're no longer convictable. They can no longer be charged.
That is up to a court of law, sir. That is up to a judge and a jury to find somebody what their criminal offense is.
No, that's not true. If
that is true.
If I punch you in the face,
if you do something illegal, then you have to have the consequences before a jury and a judge. Correct, sir?
No, not necessarily. If you listen to what I said, if I commit a crime and I get away for it for 3 years, and it's not a crime,
so if I don't murder somebody for 3 years, I can get away with it.
My murder has no statute of limitation. If I rob a store, if I come up and punch you in the face, I'm guilty of assault. And they're going to put a warrant out for my arrest for assault. And I get away with it for 3 years. There's nothing they can do. Statute of limitations is up. Or if I punch you in the face and it's assault and I go to another state and I get picked up in that state and they go, well, we don't want to bring him back for that type of a charge. Then the charge has to be dropped.
No, the charge don't be dropped. You'll just have a warrant in the state where you did it. So if you ever go back and get caught, then they pick you up and put you in jail.
Maybe that's how it is in Nevada, but in Florida, from what I understand, they'll drop the charge if they don't come get you when they have the opportunity. Now, you might be right. They might just hold the warrant for the 3 years till the statute of limitations is up. That may be possible. But from what I understood, I don't know. I might be wrong about that. It could be. You might be right about that. But still, the statute of limitations is up after 3 years. And once statute of limitations is up, you get away with the crime. And that's the same with illegal immigration. If you've come here and that's the only crime you came was coming here. Hang on, let me finish real quick. If the only crime you committed was coming here illegally, and you've been here for 20 years, and you've been an outstanding
citizen, that is a crime. Sir, that is a crime.
Sir, that is a crime. Sir, it's a fucking
what the fuck are you talking about, dog? It's a crime, bro.
So is shoplifting. But if someone's hungry and they shoplift, you're going to throw them in jail because they were hungry and shoplift? If you were in a store and you saw a homeless guy shoplift a can of beans, would you turn him in?
Bro, there's a reason. There is a reason why there is law and order in this country. Laws are meant to be followed.
Okay. Answer my question, please. If you were in
as you as an American citizen have to follow laws.
Oh God, this guy doesn't have much logic. I can tell already. Let me ask you a question. Hang on, let me ask him a question. If you were in a grocery store and you saw a homeless guy pocket a can of beans, would you turn him in?
No, bro.
Thank you. But you just witnessed a guy commit a crime. It's a crime, bro. It's a crime. It's
Okay,
a crime,
look. You're not paying taxes into our system that we pay for
Wait a minute, that
people
guy still ain't paying the
to
pennies.
get welfare, to
Wait a
get
minute.
free
No food. No,
free
these
stuff
people are
from.
not getting
Yes,
welfare. They're
we
not getting
pay for
welfare.
the
You have to
people to get, bro. Do you not know how the tax system works? Like, we pay for the welfare and for
yeah.
everybody else to get what they need. Like, that's how taxes work.
And isn't that
So
better?
if you're not
Hang on.
paying into that system, you are essentially doing something illegal twice. You're sending that money back home.
Well, you're
Like,
not giving them
bro.
a choice, but you're not. Well, the money, dude. You're so worried about that money. That's that's a talking point from the '80s. Come on, or the '90s. We've already gotten past that talking point. Come on, that's an old. That one didn't hold water much.
So you want to pay for these people to be in this country while they
I don't want to pay
make
them. I want them to earn their
100%
way.
of their earnings, and they just uh they
It's
give it to
their
their
earnings.
family
Who
in El
gives a fuck
Salvador.
what they do with it? It's none of your business what they do with the money they earn. What the fuck? Am
So
I going to
you're
tell you what
okay.
to do with your money?
So you're okay with paying taxes for people who don't pay taxes.
What are you talking about? I'm paying my taxes. That's all I worry about. I don't worry about what you pay or don't pay. The fuck? Then it's a sweat off my balls if you don't. Trump hasn't paid taxes. Hey, Trump hasn't paid taxes in 15 of the last 20 years. What are you
take that
saying
up with the
about that? That's
IRS.
illegal.
Take that up with the IRS, bro.
Well,
That
take
means
that
that
up
we
with the
need
IRS
better
for Homer.
that
With,
that means we
take
need better legislation in this country for tax laws. That's all
I
that
go
means.
along with that.
That has nothing to do with Trump. We need better tax laws.
He's only the president. That's all.
So
And his second term.
you're over here. Oh, he doesn't pay enough taxes, bro. Change
Yeah.
the tax law. If you want to get something done, go and fucking write your senator. Go write them. Tell them. But right now you're bitching
I
on
probably
fucking
wrote more
YouTube.
emails to my senators than you have, so don't even go there. I keep in contact with my senators.
You're here bitching on YouTube about Iran, bro. Like, what are you gonna do about Iran?
I'm going to put the word out that I think it's wrong. What are you going to do about it? You going to join the military?
We're having a debate, bro. We're having a debate.
That's right.
I'm not going to join the military. No, I'm not.
Why?
Because there's no need. The fuck? I have a job.
Okay.
We're not at war, bro.
Yeah, we are.
We're not at war, bro.
We're in a war with drugs, right? Isn't there a war on drugs?
People die every day, bro. People die every day. For their country. For their country.
Hey, Roy,
and that is what they do it for.
It's 11 o'clock here, man.
All right, you out? All right, thanks for having
a good time, man. Thanks for having me out.
Yep, not a problem. All right, I'm going.
All right, man. Good night, everybody.
All right, have a good one. Be safe. All right, man. This StreamYard giving me shit today. All right. Anybody else want to come up? I think I pinned the link. We'll put it up.
Yeah. That guy don't make sense, bro. I don't know.
Dude, it's the TDS, bro. It's not that they make all the bad videos about shit but they never make any good videos of the thing. Oh, Mondo's here. Damn, long time no see, Mr. Mondo.
What's going on, brother?
So
yeah,
Mondo.
nothing much. How about yourself, bro?
What's happening, man? I heard you guys mention Iran, so I figured I'm Iranian, so it's appropriate time for me to pop up.
Gotcha.
What happened to what's his name?
He had to go to bed because it's 11 o'clock over there. So.
Oh shit! I came at the wrong time, then, man. So what are your guys?
You're Iranian, so you tell us what your
It's a good thing, right? It's a good thing, right?
It's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Shout out
See, I told you.
Trump. Shout out to fucking Bibi Netanyahu. Shout out to Israel. Shout out to America.
Oh wait,
hold up. We're all happy about it again. Iran is 100% behind this shit. We asked for it. No one's fucking crying in Iran about it. They're not targeting civilians. They're targeting fucking terrorists. So we're all happy about it. And as soon as I'm able to go back, I'm going to be the first one to go back. You know, because I feel like it's my duty to go back and help rebuild the country. You know what I mean? I'm not there for the battle, so I feel like I should go back and contribute if I can.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, again, I have family in Iran. I have a lot of people in Iran. So like when I'm telling you this is on behalf of most of Iran. Is we're against the regime. Most of Iran is atheist. They're against Islam. We're Persian. We have our own culture. We're not Arabs. We were colonized. We have a fucking 3,000-year-old history. You know, we were Zoroastrian. Like, we never adapted to the Muslim culture, really. We're one of the only countries in that region not to adapt to that culture.
How's it going, man?
What's happening, brother?
Hey, look, I respect Mondo saying that, and I don't blame Mondo. I would be stoked too if I was Iranian.
Can I say one more thing before you go off?
But hang on, real quick. Let me just finish this thought. I would be stoked too if I was him and it was my country. But it's not for the United States to lose our lives for them. You said there's 30,000 that these people are revolting. You said they're slaughtering all their own people. Well, let them rise up and take care of their government. Then maybe we could get involved with something.
Right.
But there's nothing going on. Go ahead, Mondo. What you want to ask me?
So I hear you. But you meant, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this or not, but America directly had something to do with this regime being there in the first place. So we helped get this regime. Well, hold on. We kicked the Shah out. So we've had a lot to do with Iran. So this isn't like, oh, it's not our problem. America, President Carter, the CIA, they funded this fucking regime to be there in the first place. So respectfully, I don't want to hear
Carter, Reagan.
Yeah,
Carter was already gone.
Yeah, so this isn't like Iraq. This isn't Iraq. This isn't Afghanistan. This is something that the U.S. directly had something to do with. It benefited them at the time, you know.
So how long do we hold Iran's hand? I mean, no offense, but really. So we went in there. We did something. We did the same thing with Iraq. The same thing in Afghanistan. So are we responsible for these countries forever? We did the same thing with Germany. We freed Germany. They're on their own now. How long do we have to really be involved with these countries once we liberate them?
I don't think you should be involved with it at all. I think the final battle should be on the Iranians. I don't think there should be boots on the ground from America at all. I don't think Iranians even want that. Like we're not asking for that. Cool. The only reason why Iranians.
So you just heard him. He doesn't think there should be boots on the ground in Iran. Because watching the next week or two, what happens? Watching the next week or two, we're going to have.
No, I'm sure he's going to put boots on the ground. I'm sure he will. I don't think it's going to be to kill like the Basij unit and fully get rid of the regime. I think it's more so going to be to remove the.
Yeah, I believe to hit installations and shit like that. Yeah, it's going to be more co-op.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to want any more American casualties. So I don't think they're going to put boots on the ground to remove the regime.
We'll see what happens. But like I said, if I was Iranian, I was Mondo, I'd be up here going, "Fuck yeah, right on, man! I'm so glad, man." But that's not for the American people to be saying. American people, what the fuck are we doing? Let Iran, let the people in the Middle East worry about it. That's their threat, not ours. I mean, sure, we can help them. We can support them like we did Ukraine. Nothing wrong with it.
What are you talking about? They've been killing Americans, I told you, since 1983. What are you talking about? It's not our problem. It's not our problem. What are you talking about?
So they blew up the U.S. embassy in Lebanon. Hezbollah is completely
Beirut.
Iran. Beirut
that was in the 80s, dude.
It doesn't matter. What does it matter?
I just gave you the numbers of the most recent times
then we should invade Japan because they bombed Pearl Harbor.
No, because Japan is chilling right now. Japan is not acting the same as they were. Fucking dude, Iran is still the same. Japan is not. Iran
isn't a threat to the United States. They're doing these little. They're not the type of threat where we need to go in and do what we're doing.
Do you understand that Iran's dream, not Iran, I shouldn't say Iran, the Islamic Republic, because Iran is us. Right. It represents the people. Right. I'm not talking on behalf of the people. The Islamic Republic has wanted to remove America forever. Guess what we had to do in school when I was in Iran? We had to shout death to America. That's like, you have to do that.
And this is what he's saying.
Hold on. In every school, there is American flags on the ground where you're forced to walk on it. Now, if you go watch clips on in the universities where the people hate the regime so much that they're taking turns walking around the flag, nobody actually steps on it. It's actually awkward because you have to like make lines to walk around the flag. So this flags actually don't get stepped on, but it's the symbol that they want you to step on it. You know what I mean? So for you to say it's not a threat, they've been an enemy, man. They're a known enemy. They shout it every day. Just because they haven't directly done something to America does not mean they're not a threat.
No, but you're right. But your point is, like you said, it's not Iran, it's the Islamic Republic. It's a whole, it's the extreme radical Islam.
And hold on,
you're not invading Iran or Iraq or Afghanistan isn't going to do it. It's an ideology.
Right.
It's not people. You can kill all the people you want. But and that's why I'm saying right now in Iran, you're building a new generation of jihad. These are people whose families are getting bombed and killed, who saw the schools getting bombed. And these people are only 15 years old right now. But when they're adults, I'll be gone. It's not any sweat on my balls. I'll be gone. But you young people are going to be here. And you're going to go, God damn, Thunder was right. These motherfuckers are crazy. They're coming over here, and you're not going to be able to go to football games. New Year's celebration on Broadway, forget all that stuff, because they will be fucking you up like they did the World Trade Center. And when these they don't fight wars
because you're misinformed, man.
Fight wars in the streets and shoot it. They'll do that, but they fight. They come out and they do it. If one Iranian comes over and takes out 3 people, there's 3-1 right there. So just think, if that Iranian comes over and puts a bomb on him and goes into a football stadium and takes out 20 or 30 people with him. Now think if 5,000 of them did that, 30 people on each of them. I'm telling you, and that's the way they fight. They're not going to drop bombs.
Why do you think there's 5,000 Iranians that want to hurt America? Have you seen the protests? They're thanking in America left and right, man. I think you're putting on misinformation.
I think that's going to be like here. I could show you protests against ICE, and I can show you in favor of MAGA, and that's the same thing there. You know, you got some that are for it and some that aren't. And
but I'm saying though, I can show you the protests of thousands of us, over 500,000. Look this up. Look it up.
Well, I saw
one. Let me finish. Yo, let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Respectfully, let me finish. Over 500,000 of us came out in Toronto. 250,000 came out in California. All American flags, all Iranian, thanking Trump, dancing. And then you see the protests that come out for the Islamic Republic. There's fucking 16 hairy dudes. There's 16 of them, man. So this putting out this theory that there's 5,000 people that are Iranians that are going to cause terror. I can understand if you're attacking an Arab country, bro. Arabs are knee deep into Islam. Iranians are not. There's a small percentage of us that are. That's that 10%. That's the IRGC. And guess where they're from, man? They are not Iranian. You look at all their names. They're from Iraq. They're from Yemen. That's why we say they're not our people, because they're not even us.
Did you see the morning after the Ayatollah was killed? All the people out in the streets.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You're falling for the propaganda, man.
No. I'm just saying. There's people. Oh, yep. That's all you got to say. Come on, say something smart.
Bro, you don't add anything like what you're talking about.
You're going to be able to get crowds of people for either side. You're going to be able to get crowds of people chanting for either side. It's just the way it is. There's no way everyone agrees in a country.
Bro, have you looked at Iranian state television lately?
No. I have.
Okay, then shut up.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, not you, Mondo.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, because I haven't watched Iranian TV. I need to shut up. Fuck off.
Thunder.
Get the fuck out of here. What?
Hold on. The clip that you're talking about with the rallies where they're holding, Khamenei's pictures and all that. See, this is why I'm saying you're falling for the propaganda, because I know that regime. I know what they do. They're well known for propaganda. That footage is from 6 years ago, bro. they reuse footage and pass it
Yeah,
off.
I believe that.
So that's what I'm saying. That's not real. They do all the shit.
I'm still saying, okay, that may be so, and I believe that shit. We do that shit here too. We see Trump, Fox News does that shit all the time. But what my point is,
can I give you one more example? Let me give you one more example. So now
I'm being interrupted. Now I'm being interrupted. But go ahead.
Well, you did. I'm sorry, but you did it to me like 40 times. Just let me do it one time, just so I can finish my point. You know. So they put out this one clip of an old rally, literally from like 10 years ago. And people were pointing it out like it's winter in Iran right now. It's snowing. Why are people in fucking tank tops? Like what?
Right.
This is not real. So they actually matched the footage and pulled it up on YouTube that this was uploaded 10 years ago. And they had a fake fucking green screen with a guy in a helicopter with like a blow dryer in his face. His hair is barely moving, and they're like, "Dude, come on! Are you meaning to tell us that this guy's actually fucking 1,000 feet in the air in a helicopter and his hair is barely flopping around on a green screen?" Like they do this.
I believe that shit. Hey, I remember Trump showing pictures of crowds of people at his rallies. I'm not Trump, Bush back in the day. George Bush did crowds of people, and this was back when we were just getting started on the internet, really in the early 2000s. I mean, the internet was around 95, so it was. But anyway, and they were literally pasting and copying sections of people and putting them around. You could tell you saw the same groups of people all over the crowds. That they were just, it was hilarious, you know. But yeah, propaganda's been going on forever. I know that shit. I believe what you're saying. Right.
Whatever you see from them, like
I'm still saying that doesn't mean you couldn't find in Iran 5,000 people that wouldn't. You know, that wouldn't.
No, absolutely, bro. Iran is a large country. It's 90 million people. I'm telling
92 million people.
10 million of that are the supporters of Islam.
Right. Which is Thank you.
Yeah.
But and out of those, and then take 1% of that, and you've got 100,000 people, and that might be willing to even give their lives for it. 1% out of that 10%.
Yeah, but that's our job. That's our job to have that civil war and clean up the mess. That's
right. Then I'm with you there. I'm with you.
Well, that's the whole plan. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you listen to me.
But when that civil war starts, that's where we should be willing to give them support, weapons, aid, food.
Oh, that's all Iran wants. Listen, Serb in the chat is asking, well, why don't they overthrow the regime? So if for people that don't know, because a lot of people didn't even know that protests happened 2 months ago. So protests have been going on in Iran for 2 months. They killed literally 70,000 of us in fucking 3 nights. It's 70. They underreport everything. Whatever they give you, like fucking double that shit because they just fucking lie. And there's footage that they burned up all the bodies in the morgues to get rid of them.
Have you been to Iran? Were you born there?
I grew up in Iran. I grew up in
Iran.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I was born in Iran. I was there till I was 11
How
years
long
old.
have you been here?
25 years. So I was in Iran.
Yeah. How old are you?
38.
Cool, man. So you came when you were 13. Very cool, man.
I was 12. So yeah, 26 years.
Neat.
Yeah. So I grew up there. That's why I'm like very familiar with this garbage. You know what I mean? They fucking terrorize.
Yeah, I've always, even back in the day of the Ayatollah in the 70s, Ayatollah Khomeini, when they took over the American embassy, I was alive and I remembered that shit. And even then, I always liked the Iranian people. I knew an Iranian guy in Cocoa Beach, and he was super cool. And I always liked the Iranian people and the way they were and all. But I didn't like the wars, I didn't want to get involved in wars over there.
Yeah.
But back in those days, we really didn't.
So I'm with you. And the plan for Iran is not, we've never asked for boots on the ground. Even Reza Shah Pahlavi, which is the prince, the crown prince of Iran, he's in America. Yeah. He's been in America for, almost 50 years now.
Exile?
So that's who we want to go back, because that's the only one that we really trust with like the westernized mindset to not fall back.
See, I didn't know that. That's good to know. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's in America. He's been here for 50 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he's been here for 50 years. So that's the goal. And he's told all of Iran, because he's the main person communicating, right? So
hey, well, real quick, when you said had I watched Iranian TV, I said no. You said then shut up. What was it about the Iranian TV I should have seen?
I mean, just the fact that that it's getting fucking serious, And
hey, Mon. Oh, go ahead.
who is that?
It's Serb. Hey, listen, Mondo, I got a question. You said something there, and I just want a little clarification. I thought the Shah was deposed by the people, and the people installed the Ayatollah. What you just said a few minutes ago, I thought you said it backwards. I thought you said that.
No. So what happened is basically the Shah, he wanted to raise the prices on gas. He had a great relationship with like Kennedy and all the presidents, right?
Right. We helped install him. We helped install him.
Exactly. So he was pretty much the Western puppet, if you want to look at it that way. I thought he was.
Got you.
So basically, America helped him get there, and they supported him until he got too much power, and Iran was getting too big. UK, France, Germany, America did not like that. The thing that the Shah did was basically he didn't feed the people. You know what I mean? He was getting a lot of money.
He also had secret police, kind of like the Stasi.
Yeah, but that's
the CIA trained.
Yeah. So, but that's the whole thing, though. People were saying, oh, he was a dictator and he had these secret police that were trained by the CIA, which is true. But what they're not telling you is they weren't beating up civilians. They were beating up these fucking crazy Islamists that eventually took over. These are the people they were targeting. So I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the reason Khomeini got exiled to France. And
are you Muslim?
Hell no, dude. I'm not fucking anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How did that revolution come about? Because it had to be forceful enough because the USA, UK, and I forget the third part that was supporting the Shah. So it became untenable. UK and France. Yeah.
So what happened is in Iran, people were unhappy because the Shah wasn't bringing much money back to the country. There was freedom, all the freedom you want in the world, right? Like women can do whatever they want. That was the great part.
Right.
But what happened was Khomeini was preaching communism on like mixtapes, and it was being traded in local like mosques and shit like that underground. And the Shah didn't like that because he didn't like extreme Islam. So he started kicking them out and targeting them with the secret police. And eventually Khomeini got kicked out of the country. So he got exiled. He went to France. But he started to build this cult underground by spreading more mixtapes. And basically the CIA and everybody else helped him spread the word in Iran.
Help the Ayatollah?
Yeah, help the Ayatollah. They work with him directly.
Okay.
And like, by the way, everybody can fact check me. You can go and because this is like documents that has been released by the CIA. They've admitted to this, that they helped them, they funded them, they spread. They literally.
I believe you're right about what you're saying. Yeah, it makes sense.
So and Iran fell for it. We were stupid. I'm telling you that we were fucking retarded for it because we fell for communism and we were like, yeah. Bring this crazy, dirty-looking bastard to the fucking country. Look at this fucking guy. We were dressed in suits and shit at the time, and then we signed up for this hairy fucking bastard with a turban to come. We didn't wear fucking turbans and all this shit. That wasn't our culture. That's Arabic shit. That's not even us. So they brought it to the country with the promise of, oh, you'll get free electricity, you'll get free bus rides, you'll get free food, all the free shit, socialist, communist shit that they promised that never comes through. And then the next day, even though America helped them get there, he waged war on America and said death to America and said hijab is now mandatory. You have to wear it or you'll be jailed. And people fell for it literally overnight.
See, that's where I'm kind of losing it. I don't, the way I understood it, and this is just from people that I know too, that from Iran, the CIA didn't help Ayatollah at all because they would go counterintuitive to what they were trying to establish there. So that's why I find it interesting that you have that aspect of it.
No, and again, after this, it's a simple Google search. You guys can pull up literal documents and check it for yourself. They helped the Ayatollah come back to Iran. And the Shah was sick at the time. So he left
he left for cancer treatments.
He left for cancer treatments in America. And then after that, he was basically exiled because there was the revolution. So he went to Egypt and died in Egypt.
Mondo, when the war started, let me ask you, because you're like, yeah, but you don't want boots on the ground. Let me ask you, what was it you wanted from the United States in this thing?
Take out the top leader, which is U.S. is fine to leave now. I'm cool with it. It's Iran is just waiting on them to say it's time to come outside because Trump said don't come outside until we tell you it's safe and they're weak enough for you to take over. Because again, they know we don't have weapons. That's why we can't really do it ourselves.
How are they I was just going to ask you that. How are they supposed to take over without weapons?
And that's the problem. Is like I'm hoping people are building homemade weapons. You know, I don't want to throw out ideas.
Well,
No, we do it like we did the Mujahideen and all the others, and how we did in Afghanistan. We do drops near the border.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. I think Afghanistan kind of fucked it up for everybody because now they probably don't want to drop a bunch of guns in Iran.
Oh no,
I'm thinking that's the reason.
Trust me, we'll drop guns that will help our cause anywhere.
Because, bro, look at what happened in January and February. 70,000 of us fucking died, and people still came outside and fought machine guns with rocks. You know what I mean? Like, these are like warrior people. Like, these aren't fucking pussies. It's no offense to any Afghanis out there, but Afghanistan had fucking 20 years of U.S. training, and they lost at the Taliban in 1 hour as soon as U.S. troops left. Like, that's fucking pathetic. That's not my people. That's not the type of people that we are.
Pretty bad. You're right, but that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's horrible. They lost in like an hour, bro. It's like,
right.
It's a joke. And now slavery's back in Afghanistan.
I tell you what, Desert Storm was that way with fucking when Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait and we went in to liberate Kuwait. It took literally 90 hours.
Yeah,
it took 90 hours to liberate. The Iraqi soldiers were surrendering to our media, to our press, the reporters there. They would come up with their hands up to the media, and media would go, "Don't surrender us, man. We're just here reporting this, man. We can't help you." You know, it's fucking funny as shit. We're watching it live on TV and shit.
Yeah, man. I was born in the Iran and Iraq war. That war ended after a couple years after I was born.
What was that? 87?
It ended in 89. The war ended in 89.
Which war?
Iran and Iraq.
Oh, that was a messy one. Yeah, that was messy.
That's what I was born in.
It was like such a stalemate. They're just slaughtering the fuck out of each other and just and get nowhere, spinning their wheels. It's wicked.
Let me tell you another fun fact about this regime and how awful they are. This is, again, factual. This is something that they did.
There's no question. They're horrible.
Yeah. So during the Iran and Iraq war, they didn't want to risk the lives of adults. So they printed out these fucking keys and they gave it to children. I'm talking like 9 to 12-year-olds. Gave it to them. So this was the promised key to heaven if they were martyred, right? Mm-hmm. Fucking cult bullshit. They sent these kids out to the landmines. The kids got blown up so they could clear the path for the soldiers. This is the regime that I'm talking about. This is also the regime that changed the legal age of marriage from 18. 18 was when Iran was normal under the Shah. They changed it to fucking 12. This is the regime that we're talking about. This is why I don't want them around my country. They're not my people. They're fucking Iraqis and Yemen. They're not even Persian. None of them look like. Do I look like these bastards? We don't look like these fucking hairy. I don't know any of these bastards, bro. These are not my people. You look at Iran's flag right now. This is how retarded this shit is. Iran's flag right now has Allahu Akbar written 22 times on it in Arabic. It's not an Arabic country. We don't even speak Arabic. Why the fuck is there Arabic language on my flag? It just doesn't even make sense. That's why I'm saying this is not our culture, and we just want to shed that shit off. They can keep it over there. They can do whatever they want with it in Iraq and Pakistan.
So what percentage would you say is your people over there versus
I would say like a solid 85 to 90% of the country is damn near atheist at this point, man.
Yeah. So over all this time, they couldn't get a coalition from outside forces to assist. That's what's amazing to me. Yeah, he said atheist.
More people are atheists than anything else. Because you got
to imagine. Atheist?
I believe in a God. I hate religion. I don't like religion.
I'm atheist.
Yeah, I don't like religion. Just again, under my upbringing,
the world would be better off without it.
Yeah, I don't like religion. I think it's destroyed the world. I mean, all these wars are ultimately over fucking religion and whose fucking beliefs are right.
This is a holy war.
Yeah, and who's
literally a holy war. That tattoo on Hegseth is a tattoo of a crusade from 1095, and it's in the Bible. And it's a crusade where the Catholics go to, or the Christians go to the Holy Land and take it back from the Islam. And that's exactly what they're doing now for the Jewish. And it's unbelievable. Look at that tattoo. and Google it because I did some research on it because I thought it was a white supremacist thing.
No,
and it says although they say the white supremacists have picked it up, but that's not the original use. They still kind of use it like they'll use a swastika, but it's not really a white supremacist thing. It's Nazi thing. But same with that thing. So white supremacists are using that thing, but that's not what it's for. And he says he does it for the crusade. That's why he's got that tattoo. Okay, so if it's for the crusade, that means he really believes in that shit put on his body like that. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. This is a fucking holy war that America's in. There, you should. Did you hear fucking Hegseth when he was saying all this religious shit in there and all? And Lindsey Graham coming out and going, "This is a holy war." Lindsey Graham came right out and said it. This is a holy war, and that is fucked up. That our troops fighting a holy war and a war for profit because Trump's making money on his campaign with it, with the dead soldiers, and his sons are making money on low cost per kill drone investments. How fucking sick is that? Eric Trump's making billions of dollars on low cost per kill drone investments, and they're they're getting contracts with the United States. This is disgusting.
Can I make one last comment? Because I got to hop off. I got work in the morning. But again, all Iranians know this is more about like Israel, like protecting Israel. For 1 second, I don't think like Donald Trump is actually trying to free my people. We all understand that. And we don't care. Right. It still benefits us. I don't care. I don't care what the reason is. None of us are like believing that like, oh, they're doing this out of the goodness of their heart. No, this is going to bring America a bunch of money for oil. Israel will be safer.
But you're just happy they're doing it.
Yeah, but the proxies. Yeah, but the proxies. The whole problem I have with what's going on is you have people on both sides. Like Trump is surrounded with people with believe in the end days, and the Ayatollah and his crowd believe in the end days. And here we are pointing it out. That's the big problem I have with it. Is it kind of is accelerating their belief and waiting for the apocalypse for the most part, and trying to get to that point.
And you have to keep in mind how much money in the long run this will actually save America, because we send so much money to Israel and just to counter terrorism in the Middle East. That money, you don't have to really send that over after Iran, bro. Iran is the main one funding all this shit. After Iran, Saudi Arabia is already westernized, dude. They're not down with the terrorist shit. Like Saudi Arabia they're hanging out with Israel right now. They don't.
Well, they made it. Yeah, well, they made the agreement with we give them weapons and protect them now. So they're in the game.
Like $600 billion, you know, and they just invested $600 billion into American companies. So Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar. If you get Iran on board, those are all the 4 countries, and then you got Israel on top of that. Those are the 5 countries in the Middle East that hold any power, really. Like Iraq and Yemen, and those other countries, they're not really like gonna be able to do much. So I think long term,
it's getting to that point, though. You know, you have these people that are gonna like martyrism is a real deep belief that can really kill a
they don't have the funding. You know what I mean? Like they don't have the funding to do crazy shit. Like they can just like blow up their own little cities and towns, but they don't have the funding that the IRGC.
They have the proxies all over. Yeah, they have the proxy all over the place, just like Russia. Like I mentioned, Russia in there. We have more issues with Russia's proxies than we do Iranian proxies half the time. Most of the stuff that happened in Syria was Russian proxies fighting against troops that we were supporting. So it's just a mess.
All the proxies are paid for by Iran, though, is what I'm saying. The
Houthis, well,
you know, all that.
Right. But Russia has the same thing going on. So we have a problem with Russia, but we're not attacking Russia the same way. You know what I mean? It's like we're picking and choosing who we're going to take on, and I think I think like you said, that there's a big ship coming over there with like 2,500 troops. Where are those troops going? They're not going to sit on a boat the whole time. So we're concerned that they might be deploying them on land somewhere, which would be a whole different escalation.
Yeah, they definitely are. Which I don't think any Iranian is asking for troops on the ground. We understand that's not like anybody's responsibility. That's not what we're asking for. And if there's troops on the ground, it's not to, I don't think, overthrow the regime. Again, it's just to remove, you know, the enriched uranium. I don't think they're going there to like kill off any more members. Basically, I think Iranians are just waiting until they say it's safer to go outside and give it one last shot, because it's just like they're kind of like the last choice, you know, like this is just the last option, man. You know,
this is their last shot. That's for sure. This is their last big shot at it.
Yeah, yeah,
that's for sure. I mean, but I tell you what, I can't stand that Trump did that. I mean, the reason that I'm so bothered by it is because there's no imminent threat and we were not under attack. It would have been so much better if he would have just brought it to Congress and discussed it like fucking, but he's got to do everything by executive order. He can't pass any bills because he can't negotiate. And he talks about what a great shitty negotiator Obama was. And when Obama had a good bill there, they were no further than 3.67 enriched. There were strict inspections. The biggest problem with it was that it was temporary, but big deal. So it's 10 to 15 years, which would mean about now. And you just go back to the table like they were. And their negotiations were going good. And hey, I mean, I know, Mondo, you're stoked about it and all, but the negotiations were going good. And Netanyahu saw they were going good and goes, fuck. I need to fucking start shit right now.
It's just
Evidence.
Dude,
well, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. But he did say he was going to invade that week, and that's according to Marco Rubio. Now, whether it's true or not, that's what we take it Marco Rubio for his word. Marco Rubio said that Netanyahu told him that he was going to invade Iran that weekend, and that Saturday, and if they didn't come along, they would just get sucked into it, and they would be fighting it then. So he may as well come along right now, because when they invade, Iran's going to retaliate to the United States. And if you don't believe it, because I'm not pulling up a video, when I did pull up that video with Marco Rubio, so just because you're not watching the fucking news, Roy, everyone here heard it. Did everyone hear Rubio say that?
Don't make me pull it up and make you look. Don't make me pull it up and make you look dumb.
For the record, man, Obama and Biden gave this regime billions of dollars.
That, Roy?
Don't make me look it up and make you look dumb. Because I'll pull it up.
When you say gave them billions, you mean release the money that was there?
No.
In bank accounts?
Biden unfroze their money, but Obama, I'm pretty sure.
The reason was, I think Obama did.
There's a little clarification on that.
The reason they've unfroze the money was because that they signed that agreement, and when they had strict negotiations, it was their own money.
Yeah, but then again, you're negotiating with terrorists.
Hell, how about this?
Listen,
how about
it was Biden. It was Biden, guys.
Trump just lifted the sanctions on Russia oil, and Russia's giving Iran intelligence on our locations and shit. And he just fucking lifted sanctions on Russian oil, and now Russia's making all tons of money on oil, on high-priced oil. So don't start that lifting sanctions. That was Iran's sanctions. And Iran was in good faith, signed that agreement, and they were negotiating. So therefore, they released the money. Russia hasn't done shit in good faith to deserve their sanctions being lifted. But bang!
It's the lefty threat, y'all. It's the lefty threat.
Well, listen, guys, I gotta go to sleep, man.
Boy, that's the facts.
Pleasure as always, man. I'll hop on next time.
Hey, Mondo, thanks for coming up, man. I learned a little bit tonight.
For sure, man. It's good seeing you guys. Peace.
Good seeing you.
Likewise.
Later.
But fucking the sanctions was, I think it was Obama who lifted them, and that's because they went and signed that agreement. And everything was in good faith. Everything was going okay at that point. It's fucking Trump who went in. And I think that the reason that what you read was after Trump killed that leader in Iran, that one high-ranking guy in Iran, is when they did those attacks that you were talking about, Roy. That was after Trump
retaliation.
One of their people. What was that guy's name?
The general. I don't know. He was like one of their head generals.
Right. So they were just retaliating, Roy. You guys do that. You come up with, like someone said that the other day. They go, they haven't been killing Americans. They go, well, they just killed 13. Well, fuck you. That was in retaliation, you dumbass. That was after we started a war with them. I mean, god damn.
Where were those? Where were those? Wait a minute. Where were those Americans killed?
Which ones?
The 13-year, the airplane one.
Kuwait. The ones in over the airplane over Iraq. There was one in Kuwait. There was around the place. There was one in Saudi Arabia. Like I said, they're hitting the bases in other countries. Our bases in other countries. They did hit. You're right. They hit some of those.
Everything but the bases. They're shooting at oil.
They hit bases. Our guys were killed in bases. Our guys were killed in bases, so they're hitting bases. Not everything, but they're hitting the bases. They are hitting the UEA and Qatar with all the high resort circuits. Yeah, they want to do a fucking. They're trying to fuck with the economy, the world economy right now. They're saying you just fucking killed our Ayatollah. You're getting ready to kill us. We'll do whatever the fuck we have to now. We're desperate, and we're gonna fuck up the whole world economy because of your fucking killing our people and trying to kill.
How is that gonna happen?
I believe Trump right now, if he was ready to have a heart attack and die right now, and he had the button right next to him, and he was ready to die, he would push that button and take us all with him.
Oh my God, lefty, right?
Dude, you believe that so hard, bro. Like, why?
Lefty rant.
That's how Trump is. He's a piece of shit.
Lefty. See, TDS, man.
My God.
Yeah, you've got TDS. Trump denial syndrome.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Trump denial syndrome.
Bootlickers. You guys, there's nothing that you disagree with him on. You every talking point, strategic strikes. When you said that, I right away watched Fox News that night. They are still strategic strikes, and I go, that's where he got it.
They are still strategically striking Iran targets.
And that's why I made that video, Roy, with that girl saying it right after you say that after that girl saying it, because I'm like, God damn, that's where you got it. You guys parrot each other.
They are.
He was trying to interfere with law enforcement. Deserved to get shot 10 times after they took his gun. Yeah. And that other girl, she was trying to run him over after she turned her wheels to the right. After she turned her wheels to the right and the guy's on the left and took off, she was trying to run him over. That's why she turned her wheels to the right.
Here we go.
Shot 3 times in the head. A girl.
I already have a headache.
Here we go.
Because you guys have all these fucking bullshit talking points and just all parrot each other.
Bro, you probably watched Tyler Cohen. That's probably your main talking point.
I don't like it. I watch Midas Touch.
Midas Touch. Okay.
Yep, that's one. I also watch
CNN,
Valhalla. I also watch America. I watch a lot of these crazy right-wing shit too. I watch Newsmax. They're nuts.
Do you really, bro?
No.
Yeah, that guy's a kook.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, don't tell me I
No, Roy does.
Love Newsmax.
Roy watches it daily.
I went into this debate tonight without looking it up. I went balls all I haven't looked up anything.
Yeah, we can tell.
Because I schooled you.
You didn't school anybody. What are you talking about?
I schooled all of you.
I learned something from Mondo tonight. I learned some stuff from
all
Mondo
of you without even having to look it up.
You guys
are me. I just came up asking the question. I wanted to clarify who installed who.
You think we're under imminent threat? Yeah, right. You're right. Prove it. Prove it.
You got roasted tonight, Thunder.
I already proved that we're on an imminent threat all the time. They attack us they attack us over there on a regular basis. They attack.
So how about Russia? How about Russia's proxies, Roy? Russia's proxies and the intel they share with our adversaries. What about that? We're gonna bomb them next?
Whose proxy is Hezbollah?
I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying
who is
Russia's proxies.
Whose proxy is Hezbollah?
Answer Serb's question.
What about the Russian proxies?
Who's the Houthi?
Roy plays a different way. Roy just says what he wants to say and just talks.
No.
He won't. Answer his question. What about Russia?
Where's your facts?
What Russian proxy has killed anybody in the Middle East of the Americans? Which one?
What do you mean Middle East? It doesn't have to be the Middle East. They were engaging all over the place. They were engaging. Their proxies were engaging in Syria. They were engaging in Afghanistan. They were engaging in Afghanistan. They were engaging in Iraq. Russian proxies were hitting us.
Okay.
They're telling Iran right now.
We're not talking about Afghanistan.
No, but they're telling Iran where
Afghanistan was not an imminent threat to us.
No, Russian proxies. are
like
imminent threats.
Iran has always been an imminent threat because they attack Americans over there on a regular basis. Afghanistan was not an imminent threat where they attack Americans on a regular basis.
I'm not talking about Afghanistan. I'm talking about the proxies, the Russian proxies.
Okay, what Russia? Once again, what Russian proxy? What Russian proxy is in Iran that has been killing Americans?
Why does it have to be in why does it have to be in Iran or the Middle East?
Because Iran is what we're talking about is Iran. We're not talking about Russia.
No. We're talking. We went after Iran because they're an imminent threat. Russia is just as much of an imminent threat. If you want to compare the two,
but we're not going after Russia now, are we?
No,
why aren't we? That's the question. Why aren't we? They're just as much. They're attacking and providing.
What Russian proxy has killed Americans overseas?
None.
What are you talking about? What do you mean
Afghanistan.
none?
You're saying no. You're saying
Iraq.
You're trying to use Russia as an example. You're trying to use Russia and their proxies as an example that they do the same shit as Iran. So I'm asking you, which Russian proxy are killing Americans overseas?
In Serbia, they were attacking U.S. soldiers. In Iraq, they were attacking U.S. soldiers. Their proxies in Afghanistan too. Even though you don't want to talk about
but
Afghanistan.
they were those.
But their proxies were attacking. They were sharing intel. They were sharing weapons.
Allies. They were.
What do you mean?
Allies. But
he is right.
They didn't. But Russian proxies did not go after Americans until we went after them in Afghanistan.
Right
That's
now,
the
Russia's
difference.
giving
That's
intelligence.
the difference. Iran and their proxies attack Americans no matter what, whenever they feel like it. There's a difference.
No, they attack. The reason the Iranian proxies are attacked is because we're in the Middle East. Period. That was always a big contention. That's the same thing with what's his face, that Osama bin Laden. That was his big argument. We used to support him until we started putting bases on his homeland. Then he became against the U.S. We used to fund all these people, just like Manu said. We funded the Ayatollah.
That still has nothing to do with
it's just we still.
Currently in. We are currently.
It has everything to do with it. The whole argument was that was an imminent threat. Russia's more of an imminent threat. They're constantly cyber attacking us. They're constantly disabling places that we are in. I don't know how you can't say that they're just as much of a threat as Iran.
They're giving intelligence to
and they got nukes, and they have nukes.
And we do the same crazy shit that Russia does to other people across the hacking, cyber shit. We do the same shit.
Oh, see, there he goes talking at Trump point. Because we do it. Listen to that. He's saying just like Trump does. Well, we do that.
Russia's not blowing up shit. Russia's not attacking our military. Russia is not attacking our military base. We're not killing.
Come on.
Come on,
you're sounding like Trump.
See, you're doing the typical lefty talk again.
No, you're doing just typical MAGA Trump.
You don't listen. You don't listen. You just talk over people. Russian proxies or Russia, they're not just inadvertently killing Americans just because they don't like Americans. Iran does that on a regular basis, all the time.
Right now, Iran is giving. I mean, right now, Russia is giving Iran intelligence on our positions.
No shit.
Right, and we just lifted sanctions.
So where those drones, those Iranian drones, where do you think those are coming from?
You're having a fucking fit with what we're doing in Iran. You expect the United States to attack Russia? Is that what you want?
Where are those drones coming from that Iran's using? Do you know where a majority of those are coming from? Russia.
I don't want to, but I'm saying why are we invading Iran? How come we're letting Russia get away with giving out our locations, our positions right now? And we're not on. Hang on, let me finish. And we lifted their oil sanctions. So right now they're selling oil to India because India couldn't get oil from the Strait of Hormuz where they were getting their oil from. So now they're buying Russian oil, and that oil is sanctioned.
Blame that on Iran because Iran's
okay.
Close down.
No, you blame it on Trump mentioned for starting the war.
You mentioned Hezbollah. You mentioned the Houthis. You know who's supplying those Houthis and Hezbollah? No Russian equipment, Russian equipment, Russian drones. That's not fine. They're arming our enemies. So that's just a direct threat.
We arm everybody to protect themselves. They're gonna arm their allies to protect themselves. That's no fucking difference. There's no difference.
Okay, then
Russia gives
but if we cut off,
Russia gives Iran missiles to protect themselves. We give Saudi Arabia missiles to protect themselves. What the fuck's the difference?
Okay, let me with that logic.
What's the difference?
Understand the difference?
With that logic, We invaded. Now, hear me out. Don't interrupt me. We invaded Iran as another reason because they didn't have a nuclear weapon and they're still years away from it, but they were building these ballistic missiles and drones for an umbrella around their nuclear program. So all they were doing was building their own weapons. They have a right to do that, just like we have a right to build our own weapons. We invaded them for building ballistic missiles and drones, they said. And that's what they went after. Well, they had a right to do that. They're just defending their own country, building weapons to defend their own country.
But they don't use their weapons just to defend their country. They use their
weapons.
We
don't either. We don't either.
They use their weapons to attack Israel and United States positions whenever they get the fucking urge to do so.
And we use our weapons to invade Venezuela and 8 other countries in the last year.
Okay. We didn't use no. We didn't invade. First of all,
did you know? Did you know we have boots on? Did you know we have boots on the ground in Ecuador? And did you know we're getting ready to invade Cuba?
Oh, where did you hear this?
Oh, from Donald Trump.
When did Donald Trump say we were going to invade Cuba?
I've got the video up. It's on my channel.
You got the video of Donald Trump.
Donald Trump saying
we're going to invade Cuba.
Saying he can do whatever he wants. He said he can free the people.
No, that's not what we're talking about. Okay, quit making shit up. Show us the video where Donald Trump says we're going to invade Cuba. Show us that.
He might. He didn't say he's going to. He said he might.
So now he might.
Hey, he will. He's going to. I'll tell you right now. He's going to. I'll be the one to tell you. You heard it from me first, because Marco Rubio's Cuban and he wants him to do it. And Marco Rubio. He said Trump said he was getting ready to do it already, but Rubio told him he had to wait until he finished with Iran.
Don't you Trump love that they say these things and then you say, "Show us the proof"? Oh, well, he might. What the fuck is that?
No, God damn it! Did you hear what I just said? He said he was going to, and Rubio
once again, show us the video of Donald Trump saying he's going to go over into Cuba and raid Cuba. Show us that.
Okay. God damn, man. You know, Roy, go watch my videos. I'm not gonna do it.
I want to see the video of Donald. I want to see the video that you just said.
Yeah, I'll give you the closest thing I have right now. Real quick, I've got something real quick I can show you, but this is the closest thing, and it's pretty close. Of him saying he's going to do it. It's pretty damn close. Let me pull it up.
Okay, there's no getting very close to saying he's going to do it.
No, it's him talking about Cuba.
You just said Donald Trump said we're going to invade Cuba. You just said that.
Yeah, I'm
using your own words against you. You said Donald Trump said we're going to invade Cuba. I said show us proof. Oh, he said it might happen. What the fuck? You either stand by what you said or don't say it in the first place. I'm not going to say Donald Trump. I'm not going to say Donald Trump's been talking about Brazil. Turn that all of a sudden into he's going to attack Brazil.
No,
if I have the honor of taking Cuba, what does that mean to you?
The video, there it is. There's the link. There's the link to the video, and if anyone wants to see Donald
If I said, Roy, I can do anything I want with you. I can take you if I want. What would that mean to you?
Well, that he has the ability to take.
No. I'm saying, Roy, I can take you anytime I want, and I'll have the honor of taking you. Is that not a direct threat to you?
And he also said, I could either. Okay. He also said I could either free them or just take it myself.
Donald Trump says he will take anything he wants. That don't mean he's gonna do it.
No,
I can take.
He said. Roy, shut up and listen.
I'll have the honor.
He can say he has an honor of taking Greenland. That doesn't mean he's gonna go take Greenland.
Dude, you don't know. Yeah, he's going to. You watch this shit. He's going to. What do you think? What do you think, sir? Do you think he's going to do it?
He's gonna.
You can think he's going to do this. You can think he's going to do that. But when you come up here and say
his own words say that
Donald Trump said we're going to go attack Cuba. And then when you're asked about it, you're like, oh no, he said he might.
He didn't say might.
I didn't say the exact quote, Roy. I was paraphrasing. Here, you want to hear the exact quote? You want to hear the exact quote? Here it is.
Thunder. All 26 people in this room heard you say that you have a video of Donald Trump saying he's going to fucking take Cuba.
Pull it up.
No, I'm not going to put up your video talking about it.
You'll hear him. You're going to hear Donald Trump. I've got Donald Trump.
I watched that. He never said that he's going. He never said he's going to invade fucking Cuba. I watched it, so I don't need to watch you fucking replay it.
No, this is him talking. This is Trump talking. Let the people see it. You don't want anyone to see it.
So you want a video of him saying, "I am going to invade Cuba next week." That's what you want to hear.
Okay, DTW.
Yeah. I'm asking.
Well, hold on a sec. DTW, is that not what fucking Thunder just told us?
Yep.
Oh, you're asking him.
So yes, if you're going to come up here and have a debate and say, "Well, Donald Trump said he's going to go attack Cuba," yeah, I want to see a video of it, or you're just talking out your ass.
No, he said basically. He basically said it. Yeah, he basically said it.
See,
you see, you're not watching.
No, it's the way you choose to interpret what he said.
No, it's the way you want to. The way you want to play word games, Roy. You always do it. You play.
Dude, just pull up the article. Just pull up the article, bro. Pull up the video. Pull up.
Yeah. No, pull it up. There it is. There he is talking right now.
No, that's not okay. You want me to play it? Hold on.
And all my life I've been hearing about the United States and Cuba. When will the United States do it? I do believe I'll be the honor of having honor of zone, which is nice for a change.
I can't even hear it.
We can hear it.
I think Cuba, is in its own way, if tourism and everything else, it's a beautiful island, great weather. They're not in a hurricane zone, which is nice for a change. They won't be asking us for money for hurricanes every week. But
what's wrong with him?
I think Cuba's the end. All my life I've been hearing about the United States and Cuba. When will the United States do it? I do believe I'll be the honor of having the honor of taking Cuba. That'd be good. That's a big honor.
Taking Cuba.
Taking Cuba in some form.
What does taking Cuba mean? That
what? Free it.
He said he would have the honor of taking Cuba. He did not say he's going to go invade Cuba and take it.
How else do you take it if you don't invade it?
He says he wants to take Cuba. It would be an honor to take Cuba.
Was a very violent leader.
Yeah, it would be an honor because if he did go over there and free those people from the bullshit that they got to deal with, it'd be an honor because he would be the one to say, "I am the United States president that freed the Cuban people."
You'd be okay with that, Roy? Roy, you'd be okay. Roy, you'd be okay with that?
I think I would be more than happy to see a United States president free a whole fucking ethnicity of people so they can have the life that they start.
Well, we need to go to North Korea next. They need to be free.
Roy is a regime change, nation building man.
My God,
I would have
he's
no
full
problem.
on hawk.
I would have no problem with our president. I have
hawk.
no problem. Guess what? I have no problem with our president freeing a country of people so they can have the same dreams that they try to float across the ocean
North Koreans
and die for to get here. That's
What about Russia and North Korea? What about those African countries? We need to go there too. There's a lot of
what about North Korea? Should we free them?
We're dealing with our hemisphere right now.
And Iran. What about Iran's not our hemisphere?
I know, right? It's only our hemisphere when it's convenient.
It's our hemisphere we're working
so
on.
You're okay with if he invades Cuba right now. You're okay. If he does, they might launch missiles at Florida. Cuba could start launching missiles at Florida.
And then Cuba ain't launching dick. Cuba can't even keep the power on.
That's what he thought about. That's what he thought about Iran. He was shocked when they hit our bases, and he was shocked when they closed.
They know the capabilities of Iran.
He said he was shocked. Those are his words. He said, "I was shocked."
I was shocked.
He was shocked because he's shooting them into their other allied nations of Iran. Fucking Saudi Arabia.
But that's what they said. But that's what they said they would do. That's in their war plan. Exactly. You know what I think? You know what I think is funny is he didn't. I was shocked that they didn't close the Straits of Hormuz the last time we bombed them. That's what I'm shocked about. So I'm surprised they didn't do it last time because I was fully expecting that.
You guys just interpret what you hear the way you want to make it sound, and that's
so. You're okay if he bombs Cuba and frees out.
He's not gonna bomb Cuba. What the fuck are you come up with this bombing Cuba?
Or take him, whatever he's gonna do. Take him if he's gonna invade him. Send troops on the ground. I mean, what's he gonna do? How's he gonna take him?
You know what? It kind of does. It sounds just like. It sounds like what he was saying to Billy Bush. Yeah, you know, they let you do whatever they want when you're famous, but you could grab him by the pussy. That's exactly what it sounds like, the same type of thing. I can do anything I want with Cuba. I can grab him by the pussy.
I can free the people. I can just take whatever I want.
And you got to remember, sir, when you say that, you got to say they let them do it. That's consensual. He's not forcing his hand on their pussy. When he said
that's no. He
said they will let you. He said they will let you grab them by the pussy. That means
when you're famous and this and that, yes, that's using your power. That's using your power and authority over someone else. That's completely. That's a pure definition of assault, Roy. That's the definition of assault.
It's not assault.
That is an assault. Using your power and authority and influence over someone else to do something sexual. That's direct assault.
It is consensual. He says they will let you grab him by the pussy, that means they are letting him do it. That is consensual. If he grabs them by the pussy without their consent, that is assault. Where do you guys come up with the misinterpretation of the words?
Why are they letting him do it? Why are they letting him do it? Why are they letting him do it? Because of his power and position.
They know he has lots of money, and maybe they want to be the next Ivanka or whoever the fuck it is.
Yeah, right.
He says, sometimes I don't even wait. I just go up and kiss them. So that, I mean, come on.
Look at what girls do now for money. They will suck and fuck anything to make that dollar bag. So you don't think girls are going to let Donald Trump grab him by the pussy in hopes that they'll be the next guy? Come on.
Roy, before you guys,
Trump saw a 10-year-old girl coming down the escalator and goes, "Hey, I'm going to marry."
What's up, Mondo? Let Mondo talk. You guys talked over no time.
Before you guys change the topic, can I was about to go to sleep and then I just had to hop back on and just comment on this. So a couple things. So the Strait of Hormuz, this is not a surprise that they're closing this. I mean, come on.
No.
This is,
right.
Obviously,
he said it's a surprise. Trump's the one that said it was a surprise. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Why was he surprised?
I'm supporting Trump in doing this, but I don't know why he's surprised that they hit the bases. They literally said we're going to hit everyone.
Exactly. That's what I said. That's what I just said. That's in their war plan.
Again, being from that fucking country, I'm even surprised they had the balls to go out as much as they did, because I thought they were going to retaliate, but I didn't think they were going to go for like fucking Saudi Arabia. Dude, they hit Saudi Arabia's suburban areas tonight. Not the U.S. bases. You guys keep saying U.S. bases. They're done with that. They're just shooting at civilians.
I'm sure they are. But they probably are by now.
But listen, Saudi Arabia is. Imagine this. In what world did you think you were going to see America, Saudi Arabia, and Israel on the same team trying to liberate fucking Iran?
Although Saudi Arabia is not involved.
Do you know?
They're getting involved right now. That's what I'm saying.
What the U.S.'s response is if you sink an aircraft carrier? Do you know what the U.S.'s response is?
Is that news?
Yeah, this happened tonight. They're having an emergency meeting. All the Arabian Peninsula leaders are meeting tonight because they just hit Qatar, UAE, and Saudi Arabia again, and they didn't aim for any of like the hotels or the U.S. bases. They started hitting the actual like rich areas, like where the civilians live.
Yeah, so that's their war plan. And the days.
MFC, he said, hey, like we're gonna launch an attack on Iran. So the only thing is, are they gonna coordinate with Trump, or are they gonna go fucking rogue and just?
I think they're gonna go rogue, bro. And just they're just gonna nuts, dude.
Do you know what the U.S.'s response? Do you know what the U.S.'s response is if you sink one of our aircraft carriers? Do you know? Does anybody know?
They're not gonna nuke.
Yeah, they drop a nuke on whoever sank it. That's the automatic response.
They got nothing to sink our shit with. What are they?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's these war plans that are out there that have been out there for years. That's one of the responses the U.S. does with their aircraft carrier.
Where have you
the DoD strategy says if you sink a U.S.
Do you have these plans
I'll link it for you, Roy. I'll
Where do
link
you
it
have
for
that
you.
evidence? Where's that
I'll link it
evidence?
for you.
Where's that
I'll link it
evidence?
for you. I'll link it for you.
Roy,
Okay,
can I ask you a question?
Don't link some. Who? Me?
Where's your evidence?
Can I ask you a question, Roy?
Trump's the worst president in American history.
Yeah.
You want to
you.
ask me
I
a
wanna ask you a
question?
question. Yeah, I
go
want to
ahead.
ask you a question. So you mentioned how you'd be proud of Trump liberating Cuba and setting free a whole generation of people.
Uh-huh.
Would you feel the same way with him doing that with Iran if the threats weren't involved?
I totally support. I totally support what he's doing with Iran.
If you take out the nukes and the weapons and the threats, would you still be down with it? That's what I'm asking. If you take the immediate threat out, would you still be down with it? Because Cuba's not threatening America.
No, they don't have nukes, nothing.
That's a good question, but I think I would still support.
Because it's like, where do you draw the line? You know what I mean? Because
I would be honest with you. I think I would still support it.
Roy is not America first. He's a warmonger.
No, I don't believe in people should just be killed 30,000 people because they want to speak their own mind.
Hey,
that's going on across the globe. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter.
I was younger,
if it takes one guy to step up and do this kind of stuff and try to free people from this fucked up situations, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with
when
that?
I was younger, I was for that too. But I always believed if someone wanted freedom, we should go in there and invade and help them become free.
It's no different than us. It's no different than us. When we fought our way for freedom. We fought our way for freedom.
But then I learned when it's costing you $1 billion a day and it's just going to be back to what it was before, and it's just
that $1 billion a day would be going to feed fucking illegals and all this other shit. So who cares? Oh my
God! What a thing to say! Wouldn't that? I'd rather feed an illegal than bomb.
If it takes $1 billion a day, if it takes $1 billion a day to keep our troops safe overseas,
no, that's not what. No. It's $1 billion a day to bomb schools.
By the way,
I'd rather say one thing about the schools. Illegals and bomb schools. What kind of
tell them about the schools? Tell him about the schools, Mondo, because he didn't believe me. Let him know.
Thunder. So this is an old tactic that Iran uses all the time.
So it should work. So then it should work.
Let him talk. Don't talk over him. Let him talk.
Then you don't bomb the children.
He's giving you firsthand knowledge. Let him talk.
So when Israel was bombing the hospitals and the schools in Gaza, like a lot of people were hesitant. They were like, "Oh, like what the fuck are they doing? Why are they bombing hospitals and schools?" You know. So what a lot of these terrorists do on purpose is go hide out in civilian areas.
Sure.
But that's what I'm saying. This is what they're aiming for.
So then you don't bomb them. Just because the terrorists are, just because, look, there's 6 terrorists in there with 20 children. Bomb this. Too bad for the children. We got to get those guys. No, fuck that. We don't need these wars. We're in the middle of negotiations with Iran when this war started. We didn't need it. There were no imminent threat. We didn't need to fucking start a war with Iran.
Well, moving forward, there's no schools right now. There's no schools right now in Iran. So if
it doesn't matter. We didn't need
because this is what they do, though. Well, listen for a second. This is what they do, though. They're going to pass off more propaganda because eventually U.S. is going to have to hit these schools because that's where they're going to rest, right? There's no kids being bombed anymore. This last one, 100%, 170, 180 little girls died, and that's obviously like a travesty. Like no one's going to argue that. It's horrible, but that happens in every war, sadly.
No, it's not a travesty. It's a fucking crime.
It's not a crime because I already showed you the picture.
Bullshit.
That school was
an illegal war.
That school was on the military
base.
It's an
illegal war.
It was on a military base.
It was
an illegal war.
So they may have had bad information.
Illegal war. There was no imminent threat, and we were not under attack. He had no right to invade that country. It was an illegal war. Period.
Also, I'm just saying,
and then the first attack was because we bomb a school, and then they retaliate. Look what they're doing.
First of all, it's not illegal. So you keep saying it's illegal. It's not illegal. Nothing he's doing is illegal.
It's illegal, Roy, because we were not an imminent threat and we were not under attack. Therefore, he needed to go to Congress. That's
they've always been an imminent threat. As long as
man,
that regime is in power, we are at imminent threat. The daily
no
chance of death to America, the daily chance of death to Israel, the constantly attacking us whenever the fuck they feel like it, and doing shit, they are an imminent threat. Yes.
Today, Tulsi Gabbard, the National Security Advisor, was being questioned, and they asked her, was Iran an imminent nuclear threat to the United States? And she refused to answer. She goes, it's up to Donald Trump what he calls an imminent threat. That's not true. An imminent threat has a definition. Donald Trump doesn't make that definition. And this is not an imminent threat, and we were not under attack. And it's not a strategic strike, and it's not combat. It's a war. You know, you guys want to play with all these words, but serious.
He doesn't need the Congress to be able to attack Iran. They literally went on live television multiple times, the leaders recently, and directly threatened Trump, saying, this time the bullet won't miss you. They've threatened the country. They've directly threatened Trump recently on television.
Then he should have gone to Congress and said, we need to.
He doesn't have to.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to.
They could have said, look, he could have gone to Congress and made his case saying they've got 60%.
But he doesn't have to.
I'm going to listen, but I just had to hop back on for a second.
Right, I'm going to end it soon anyways. I got to work in the morning.
Well, keep it going.
No, the bottom line is this is an illegal war.
It's not illegal.
No reason. Yeah, because he had time to go to Congress. There was no reason he couldn't have gone. He could have started the war that day, or he could start the war in 1 month. There was no reason he couldn't have waited and gone to Congress. An illegal war. Tell me why he couldn't have gone to Congress.
Because he doesn't have to.
If we're not under imminent threat, and we weren't, if he would have gone to Congress,
we are under imminent
let me ask you, what would have happened? What would have Rand done to us if we wouldn't have gone to war? And if we would have waited 1 month, what would the repercussions have been?
What does that matter?
No, because there's no imminent threat.
There's an imminent threat all the time. There doesn't have to be a specific imminent threat. There are an imminent threat all the time. They have a continuous threat all the time.
You think you win these debates because you say something stupid like that and believe it and walk away thinking, "Boy, I won because I said something stupid." But Roy, we were under no imminent threat. We were not under attack.
We are under imminent threat all the time.
And you're gonna see. You're gonna see when he gets impeached because of this after the midterms.
Okay, here we go with the impeachment.
And when he invades Cuba. Cuba's no threat to us. Is Cuba a threat to us?
Is Cuba a threat to us?
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to all
that.
They
have no nukes.
And they're backed by Russia, so they technically could be considered a
No, they tried to bring missiles. I remember in the 60s, and there was a missile crisis.
I know.
Kennedy stopped, and So therefore, come on, man.
Yeah, the Cuban Missile Crisis.
So that's another bullshit war he's getting ready to start, dude. And you watch and see they're going to do it.
You can say whatever you want.
In a couple of weeks, I'll come back and go, "You're right, Thunder. He did it. You said he was."
And if he doesn't do it, you're gonna find some other reason to hate on him because that's all you guys do.
Oh, no doubt. I already hate on him for Iran, for what he's doing to the economy, for what he's doing to.
What has he done for the economy? The economy is doing fine.
Oh my God. The economy is inflation. Inflation
is 2.4% lower.
No, it's
lower
than
at any time than Biden was. He took over.
You think you win these arguments because you say shit and you believe them. When he took
office, it was at 3% inflation. Now it's at 2%.
Already up higher than that.
So under Trump, inflation went down.
That's true, Roy. Inflation's up, buddy.
Gas
prices are up.
Under Trump, gas prices went down.
Groceries are up. Gas is up $4 now. We've gone up.
Well, that's because we're in our skirmish.
That's like when you go, he had good gas prices. He had a good stock market.
That's because we're in a skirmish right now. That's because we're in a skirmish anymore.
Yeah, he's a strategic strike.
I know it's going to trigger you. That's why he said it. I know it's going to trigger you. So I did it to trigger.
I did it combat operation. I mean excursion.
I did it to trigger you.
Why do you guys play with words like that? I mean, Trump calls it an excursion.
He can call it whatever he wants. I'm not gonna sit here and say I agree with everything that comes out of his mouth. I'm not that guy. But
right.
So you guys think just because we support Trump, that we support Trump no matter what, and anything he does, we're willing to stick up for? No, you haven't shown me anything. You haven't shown me. You haven't shown me any reason not to support my president. You haven't given me any.
Well, I can't wait till the unredacted Epstein files come out. Then you're gonna hate the son of a bitch when you find out.
Okay, there's talks about what's gonna happen when it all comes out. And there's nothing there. What are you gonna do then?
Oh, then I'll say, hey, you're right, but he still should. Then you should try to protect him because there's shit in there with that.
Oh, so if all of it comes out and there's nothing there that you can do, you're gonna be mad because you should have let it out earlier. What the fuck?
He's a pedophile protector.
You left these kids.
They're hiding shit, man. They're hiding shit. Wait till you see when Pam Bondi was
the
up
Democrats.
there.
The Democrats.
When they had the Epstein hearings and Pam Bondi was up there, the Attorney General with the Justice Department. Every time they would ask her a question, she goes, "The stock market's at 5,000, at 50,000. We should be talking about that." Really, this is an Epstein hearing, and we should be talking about the stock market at an Epstein hearing.
We shouldn't even be having. Technically, in my opinion, and don't try to roast me on this. But what are these Epstein hearings doing? What have they been able to determine by doing these Epstein hearings?
That there's a cover up.
Okay, so you don't think that the Democrats covered it up first? Because they've had every opportunity to find it out.
It started this term, and Trump didn't cover it up at first either. It started at this term to cover up.
Oh,
it started when Trump ran. Here's when the cover up started, when he ran on releasing the files. Then when he got in office and saw those files, he went, "Oh shit.
No, maybe
redact the fuck out of it. Don't release them. Don't release them." And that's why he's mad at Marjorie Taylor Greene, because she voted for that release the files bill, and that's why he divorced her. Because she voted to release the Epstein files, and he hates her for that because he didn't want them released. And then Pam Bondi just blacked everything out for the most part, although there's some stuff still pretty incriminating. But like you said, no solid proof. But boy, it's off. It looks ugly, man. It looks ugly. I mean, you guys were all over Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh, you were ready to throw him under the fucking prison.
Yeah, because first of all, y'all Democrats lied and said there was never a laptop.
I didn't lie.
You guys said he had no dealings overseas with Ukraine and others. When he found out he did, you sat there and said, "Oh, he wasn't a drug addict. He wasn't this or that." When there's pictures of him, there's pictures of him. Well, I didn't say you. I didn't say you. Yeah. But I said, Democrats, you all lied about it because God forbid you let that kind of information get out during an election. And then when the election's over, all of a sudden, oh, yes, here's a laptop of him fucking smoking crack, carrying illegal guns, which he's not allowed to have, his Ukraine dealings, where he's the CEO of a company which he knows absolutely jack dick about.
Hey, just so you know,
so come on, bro.
I'm not a Democrat. I want you to know that I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm neither one. I'm a non-party affiliated. I'm not even independent. I'm nothing. I'm no party affiliated. I don't want anything to do with any of these fucking parties. So I don't like.
You're just a Trumpy.
I don't like Trump.
So when everything goes right, so when this whole thing with Iran goes right, and we do what we do there, and everything turns out.
I still disagree with it. Yeah, just like Iraq.
So it doesn't matter.
Like
so you don't care. So you don't care that if 90 million people get an opportunity to be happy for what we
for them. But I won't like that we spilled our blood for it. But I'll be happy for the Iranians if they are free and it all turned out good. I'd be happy for them. But it never does, Roy. It never does. It's another regime, another hardline regime comes in. And it's not going to end well, dude. It never does. I mean, pie in the sky. Yeah, well, we've seen it enough times. I mean, we haven't seen one go right yet. We haven't seen one go right yet, so I don't know how this is going to be any different. But we'll see. And we'll see. I don't think I'll be alive to see it.
You never know. You might be.
I don't know if you will either. To be honest with you.
I'm only 53, motherfucker. I got lots.
Well, I don't think in the next 40 years you're going to see a happy Iran, a loving Iran. So if you live to be 100, maybe.
Nah, we don't know. We'll see.
You were born the year I enlisted in the Army, I think. Were you born 74?
72.
Ooh, 72. Oh, wow. I was I was in 10th grade. So I was not in the Army.
But I'm going to support my president because he's doing he's doing good things. He's doing good things, and just because you guys don't see it,
he posts racist pictures. He's bombed more countries in 1 year than any president in history. The only person who's bombed more than him is the other war criminal, Obama. He too bombed 7 countries in 1 year, and Trump's done 8, and they're both war criminals, and Bush is a war criminal. So there we got 3 war criminals right there: Obama, Bush, and Trump. So that shows how much of a lefty I am. Okay, I'm not one of these shills who just backs everything that the Democrats. No, fuck that. That's what your problem is with the MAGA. Is that no matter what, he can post a racist picture, and what do you say about that?
It's no different than all the pictures they fucking make of him, the baby Trump, the fucking orangutan Trump. What the fuck's the difference? What the fuck's the difference? Look at all
That's
the pictures.
A good one. That's a good argument. The orangutan one's a
exactly. So what's the fuck's the difference?
I would call that out too. But that's not the president doing that.
It's kind of hypocritical.
Yeah, because I agree with you. But the thing is, it's not the president posting those things.
You guys know Trump.
He's the president of the United States.
It doesn't matter. We know Trump is human, and we know Trump's an asshole, and he's gonna do whatever to push those buttons, and he does it. He's the most legit fucking. In my opinion, he's the most down to earth, legit fucking president we've had. That wasn't connected all about the politics.
He lies.
He didn't have to. No, they all lie. They all fucking
but no, he lies. Fucking, he's ripping off. He wants to sue now. Listen to this, and I've got it, and you heard it. If you watch my video of the taking the $10 billion, he literally says that he can sue the IRS and the Justice Department, and he can settle. Him and Pam Bondi, they can go, yeah, okay, $10 billion. And Steve Bissent of the Treasury says that if Pam Bondi tells him to cut Trump a check for $10 billion to settle that lawsuit because they released some private company released his taxes. You should watch that video. It's pretty interesting. He said he would, and it's in a hearing. He says, yeah, I would have to write him a check for $10 billion.
Okay, we can do this. We can do. You want to do another one with Mondo? So me, you, and Mondo.
Absolutely, I would love to.
All right.
I like Mondo, to talk with Mondo on this. I mean, Mondo. One thing I'll say about Mondo is it's hard to debate him because he is Iranian. But I can still debate him because I have. But what I like about it is I learned from him, and I really enjoyed that tonight with him. So I would love to have him up here and do another one of these debates because it's not hard to debate him on my hate for the war itself and me being involved. But no, if we freed the Iranians, I'd be happy for them.
Are we good for like normal Saturday live stream, 6 p.m. time? Is that
good? Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here.
I can do my regular one at 6 o'clock. If
I had a good time tonight. That was a good debate. I thought it was pretty good. And,
all right, yeah, cool, we can do it this Saturday if you're down. Saturday at 6 p.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's the deal then. You, me, and Planet Mondo, 6 o'clock Saturday, my time.
That sounds cool because I'm kind of like on the left of it. You're on the right of it. Mondo's kind of like a big balance there, I mean, he's kind of like in between. He kind of sees both views, and he's got his, and I agree with some of his views. And it's not that I so much agree with him as I understand him, where I don't understand you.
Yeah, you can't interrupt him 199 times. Well, you can't understand me. You can't understand me because you already have a bias against me because I'm a MAGA guy, and you already know you hate MAGA guys. So no matter how much proof I bring,
you guys are such bootlickers.
How much truth
you
and
guys
facts
are
I
such
bring.
bootlickers, Roy.
How much truth? It doesn't matter how much truth and facts I bring. It'll never be right for you because you already have a bias of hatred.
You don't. You think you bring facts?
I brought plenty of facts. I brought plenty of facts on you.
Well, Saturday night, I'm going to have to be a little bit more together. I'll try. It's hard to get all this shit together. It really is. But Mondo, it'll be good with him up here. And yeah, we'll do that. That'll be a lot of fun.
Cool. So
I'm going to take off. It's 12:30 here.
I know. I got to go to bed too. So 6 o'clock Saturday, buddy. 6 p.m. Saturday. Have a good one, Thunder. Thanks for coming up.
All right, man. You too. Good night, everybody.
6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday. Mondo, Thunder, and Roy. Round 2. So, all right. All right, cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. I do appreciate you guys coming in here, and I'm gonna hit the sack. I gotta work in the morning. Got a busy day already. First thing in the morning. Thank you. Yep, I know I win. I win every time. I win anytime because I come with truth and facts. I come with truth and facts. I'm not leading with emotion. I come with truth and facts. That's how it works. But everybody, you guys have a great afternoon or afternoon. Have a great evening, and we'll see you again Saturday for round 2. All right, guys. Peace out.